It's just me. I can't talk about vibes.
What's going on, guys? You can talk about whatever you want.
Hi.
What's going on, RJ?
What's up, party people?
Yes, I'm happy we made it.
RJ.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
I am DM Panda here with another episode of West Haven. Tonight I am joined by Mr. Kalen Franzo.
It is I, me.
Yes.
There it is.
Okay.
I am also joined by Miss Charlene Mitchell.
Hi y'all, how you doing?
We have JJ Harris
The light shall burn you.
and Frank Sternberg.
I don't have a catchphrase, but I have a big bottle of wine.
That is-
Sometimes that's better.
Yes.
And then we got
Except I'm drinking a
Most
beer.
times.
Morgan Ticko.
Both.
Hi. My catchphrase is no catchphrase.
And we are Obliviously Adventurous back again. Hello, friends. I hope you guys remember more what happened last time than you did last time.
Kind of. I mean, we slightly talked about it beforehand, so
Who's
Are we
ready
rolling
to,
for recap?
yeah, who's ready to roll for it?
I am never ready to roll for it,
I'm
but
never.
thank God it's a 2.
Not so bad. I kind
Give me praise for
of
the
wanted to
shit.
do
If-
it. I
if
got
everyone
two.
else rolls natural
You have
ones-
to re-roll.
No, it doesn't.
I got a 2.
This isn't Parcheesi. We don't re-roll on fucking same numbers.
Highest
Wait,
number.
This is the first time we
Oh.
win. What did you guys get?
Project. I kinda
What'd you
wanted
get,
to do it.
Kalen?
Sylph got a 13.
I got 10. Thank God.
Got 11.
Jay, 11, so Sylph.
No! I was like, this is such a mediocre roll. I hope I'm like not the.
Hey, you live in the house with the DM. You should know better than we do.
That is
No,
true.
I'm
don't.
just
We
too
like
busy
went over
at
like
work.
My
twice.
recall skills are goose eggs.
We went over like
Goldfish.
twice in the past 2 days.
Think about the time.
I know, but we were doing a lot of character building the last time. We didn't have any fights.
Where did it start?
Where did it start? It started, we had Mesius and Z back, so we...
Hello.
You finished the rune.
What?
You finished. All right, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
You
I'm
guys
really
finished
bad
the
at
rune,
this.
and you went out and joined Mesius and Z back at the cart. On them, you gave Alex the book that you found about Shadow and how he is thinking of betraying Vel'Sharun because it seems that Father is much more powerful. You guys went north to the next town called Drakesport, which was a rinky-dink little bandit kind of town where you saw bounty walk posters hung across the wall. One of those bounty posters happened to be about Z, and
Bum,
it
bum,
actually caused some problems. You guys decided to be a little quiet and sneak around, but an elf with a big bow is kind of a big thing, and $15,000 is kind of worth fucking with people for.
Oh, yeah.
Cha-ching.
But you guys slayed it and stayed out of trouble, made your way to the inn, got
Don't
some
forget I tried to
information.
pretend she was dead.
Did, and
Get us some music.
Saphira definitely wanted to get some free money from the bounty. You guys went up into the inn, started talking about it. Z divulged her a little bit of her history before you guys realized you were being eavesdropped on, and you decided to leave town. Upon exiting town, you traveled north to where Z divulged the rest of her story, and you came across a large flowing river. You guys used Sylph's levitation spell and Saphira to push everyone over the river in the cart.
Such good teamwork.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
That's great.
Upon getting
Big
across,
magic.
you guys kept mobbing forward. And as you traveled a few days, you were getting close to Frostkeep, just to have several people standing in front of your path.
Mo fudges.
As you were approaching, I'm going to set the scene. So you guys are approaching. It's been a few days now since you've left Drake's Fort, and you were getting close to Frostkeep. The sky has turned dark and covered in clouds, and the wind is starting to pick up. As you're traveling down this pathway, you can see ahead of you in the snow-covered terrain a group of people. They are standing there just waiting. They don't have any weapons brandished, but they are definitely blocking you from going forward. As you approach, the man in the middle calls out, "Oi! Halt!
What is the meaning of this?
We're looking for someone."
And who might that be?
Oh, well, it's, how about you just let us come check it out? We don't have it. You don't have it, we'll let you pass.
I don't think that's how that works now, partner.
Well,
do
Would you
need?
let a stranger check out your stuff?
well, we don't mean no harm. We're looking for a very dangerous criminal.
Who might that criminal be?
He's a very dangerous ranger.
I'm gonna immediately cloak with minor illusion Z, with
We're look-
hair and scars and things to make her.
We're looking for a very dangerous ranger with a bow and very pointy ears, an elf.
An elf. I
Yeah.
haven't seen any elf here.
All right, so if you guys don't have any elves, would you be fine in letting us just look at you really quickly, making sure you ain't got none of them pointy ears?
Sure.
Alright.
Come on.
Why not?
Do I need to make a stealth roll?
No, but he is going to make a what's the roll against the minor illusion?
I think it's perception.
It
Right?
would be perception, I believe.
Yeah, because you can see that it's in there.
Alright.
But you actually have to touch it. I think.
Yeah, so maybe Arcana to sense
Yeah.
the magic,
Because that's the magic.
because you shouldn't be able to see the illusion unless he loses
I'm
concentration.
pretty sure minor illusion says that if someone takes time to look at it, they can
Action
make a
to
roll.
examine the sound or image the creature
Yeah.
can determine. Intelligence.
Intelligence
Investigation
roll.
check.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I thought.
Against
Alright.
my DC, which is 13.
All right then, thank you very much. And he's gonna start making his way forward while the rest of his party just kind of hangs back. They're not trying to be very threatening. They're looking for specific people. And he's gonna come through and he's going to look at all your faces. And what's that DC for the investigation check?
13.
As he
13.
comes by me, I'm gonna say, do you see my wings? Do I really look like an elf to you?
No, you're a very blue tiefling. A very pretty one at that. But I'm sorry, I'm gonna be moving on now. And he is going to roll -1, 13.
Dang.
That's
Oh! So as he gets up to Z, he looks a little closer. And he doesn't say anything. Alright. Well, I guess you all can pass.
Are you satisfied?
Thank you very much for this. Men, open up the path. And then his crew will open up to the sides.
Can I insight him to see if maybe he's got like stank face or anything?
You
Like, can I
can
see if
definitely
he's
insight him.
like,
Give me that roll.
fuck yeah, that's a 24.
24.
18
You,
plus 6.
you can definitely tell that he's signaling to his men to get into position for an ambush as you walk by.
Alright, so as we're kind of starting to walk, I'll kind of just whisper, guys, I really don't trust these people. That man bears a lot of ill will towards us.
I don't trust
I'm
anybody.
gonna stealthily move towards Z and have my wings kind of like shielding her.
Alright, you guys are free to pass. Go ahead. And he gestures you through.
Alright, as I
Are we
walk-
really like 100 feet from them?
Well, now you can get a little closer. You're about...
Yeah, we're
Well,
on-
I'm asking before we move.
Oh, no, you're about there. I made it realistic. And you guys are about 60 feet south. They're kind of opened up in the middle of a pathway and they're going into the trees, letting you pass through.
How dense is the tree line?
It's not super dense, but there are definitely, like, you don't have a straight shot all the way through, but you can see pretty well. It's kind of sparse in this area. You're getting closer to the mountains, and the rocky terrain's a little harder for the trees to fully grow strong.
Before we start approaching, can I stealth into the trees?
They're seeing you all, like, they're looking at all of you guys, so you can
So-
try that stealth, but I'm going to warn you it's going to be a very high DC.
Mm.
We all heard Anduin say this, right?
Yeah.
He turned around and said to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Cameras
Go ahead,
changing everywhere.
So it seems like Saphira is on Z's right side. Can I just like kind of not necessarily like guard her left side, but like all the like enemies or the guards on the left side of Z, can I just kind of like mainly just kind of be up front on them as we pass by them? Like they would literally have to run into me before.
If that's what you want, if that's
So-
how you want to approach.
With her blocking the front, can I grab Z and hide behind her, and I'm gonna dual cast invisibility.
Give me a stealth. Give me a stealth.
Oh god.
With advantage.
Okay.
I'll give you advantage for it.
Because we're behind her? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, kind master.
Thank you.
God damn it. JJ, screen.
All you need is an 11.
Okay. Where's my fucking stealth? Oh, +2. There we go. Whew, okay. With advantage. Here we go. 2. +2.
Bam!
22.
Dang.
All right. So Z and Nesius turn invisible. The different crew, the wolves and the people don't seem to notice it happen. They're being blocked in sight by Self's body.
I'm gonna whisper on 3 as we disappear.
All right. They're still just standing there, kind of looking at you. Seems to be taking a while. They're starting to get a little anxious.
We should
Yeah,
continue on.
let's move, guys.
Yeah.
Let's move.
Don't act suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be
Don't be
suspicious.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be
Don't be
suspicious.
suspicious.
Um,
Sorry.
All right. Are you guys just gonna walk all the way through?
I'm gonna stop here.
I am
Like,
also
Like,
going
I'm gonna,
to-
like, slowly wait
There.
for them to go past me.
I'm on Z's back, stealthing through the woods.
I should not be the first tank through the line.
Well, I'm right here. I am waiting for it. Y'all are the slowest motherfuckers I've ever known in my life.
Man, please be careful about the dog. He will bite you.
Oh, I ain't no worried about no cane.
Man, back off the dog or we will strike.
Alright. If my group would just walk forward, I will walk forward.
Alright, well, that's gonna completely ruin what I was doing.
You guys just keep going
Just
forward.
knows you lose.
You guys say something.
All of mine are in the back. If I walk into an attack, I die very easily.
All right, so if you're gonna get a surprise attack against you by the priest and the person next called cannon fodder.
Okay, I was gonna say, is that healed?
Everyone else roll initiative.
Are we still hidden?
You guys just kept walking forward right into the middle of them. You let yourselves get surrounded. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Well,
What?
I-
You had to walk forward.
I'm
That's
still.
why I wrote. Yeah, but you don't listen to Jason. Everyone found out that they were like going to attack you,
I was trying to.
and you guys just walked forward. Easiest and
what
Z
are
aren't
we supposed to do without acting suspicious?
attack.
Panda?
Attack?
Attack?
That's not suspicious.
Well,
That is
they-
not
We-
I was
suspicious.
hiding.
But we already know they're going to try to kill us.
Okay,
So
but
there's no
that is
reason to wait.
literally no
Well, this-
communication, bros. No
This has had
communication.
more discussion to it.
It's
I-
not like we could say it without them attacking.
Sorry, I just assumed.
Are you gonna
No,
move
you
forward?
can't
Are you
assume.
gonna move forward?
I know, but I assumed when Anduin said, "Hey, there's something bad," and we all heard that they were going to kill us,
I thought we assumed.
What
they were
happened?
that we weren't gonna go pet the dog. I'm all good.
Like we
Dogs
were
deserve love too, even if they're
Alright.
hellhounds or evil dogs.
What's your guys' initiative?
I got 12 for initiative,
I'm still stealth,
12 for
right?
initiative. Yes, you're still invisible.
26 health.
Okay.
26 health.
I
Eight.
have mine in BC for you,
Yeah,
Justin.
I got you. 18.
18 for initiative for me.
Anduin got 12 as well. Sylph, what'd you get?
16. My screen just crashed though.
16. This is going great.
Yep.
We're doing this, guys.
Oh, and I'm missing tons of stuff.
What am I gonna do?
Me, just what'd you
You
get?
just, I didn't roll because I'm invisible. I got a 21.
21.
Yes.
Hey, was that a nat 20 plus 1 or was
No,
it?
19 plus 2.
Alrighty, so. Let's see. Was it cannon fodder? Yes, cannon fodder. As you got close and the rest of your party closes in, he's going to take his mace from his side and just swing at your face.
Whose face?
Yours.
And he's
Mine?
gonna make contact on the Sylph with a 19 plus 4
Oof.
for 23,
Ouch.
and deal 8 damage to Sylph. And then Heal Slut is also going to throw, since you're right in between them both. He's gonna hit with his mace, but he misses. So cannon fodder smacks you across the head with your mace out of the blue, but by rocketing you to the side, Heal Slut misses his strike. You take a little bit of damage and you're a little knocked, but you're able to keep standing, and battle has begun.
Ooh,
Me, start.
Oh my god, that's me. Okay. I'm gonna be off to the side, jump off of Z's back behind like the tree over on the right side here, east side. And I'm going to let me see if the range is real quick.
Were you already on Z's back?
30 feet. If I was behind the trees, yeah, like I was stealthing with her because she was scaring me like a gangster. Could I hit Sylph and Anduin if I'm off behind the trees here, stealth, invisible,
Like
30 feet?
Which trees?
The tree right by the healthy, or the distraction.
I'm within 2 attacks, so if you cast invisibility on me, I will be seen within.
I'm sorry, I could probably.
No, you're
use my
good. You're good. I
token.
was just giving you that warning.
I got you.
All right, yeah. If you can, yeah,
Right
you
up
can
from
do
there?
that. You can peek through around the corner, and you can throw it at them.
Okay, so I'm gonna become uninvisible on the opposite side of the tree of this guy and cast enlarge on Anduin and Sylph.
All
So now cover his
Yes!
eyes.
Gangsta, gangsta.
Big
You.
again!
And itself, you just got bigger, and you now have an extra D4
Yes.
damage.
Yes. And you're
Whenever-
terrifyingly huge and advantage on all strength checks, so don't be afraid to crush it.
Damn.
Ooh.
And Rome, onto you. Mesius dashes behind a tree, and as he becomes invisible, double fires 2 enlarged spells at Anduin and Sylph, causing them to become gargantuan.
I'm gonna chuckle slightly.
Nice.
Rome, your turn.
How did I end up way over there?
I don't know. I thought you were using your Misty Step before stealth.
No, I didn't move myself.
Okay, then I'll put you back.
All right.
Rome appears out of the darkness. Whoa.
It's bounty hunter. What is he wearing? Is he akin to
Bounty
his?
Hunter, he has. You were able to tell that he is currently wearing. Oh my crap! He is wearing a very. I can't tell the exact. It's a metal armor. I know that for sure.
Okay. Well, you know what's gonna happen.
He metal.
As soon as you said metal, I was just
Oh yeah, that's like, what are you wearing?
It's like a chainmail. I'm pretty sure. He has 18 armor class, so it's definitely not leather.
Like it's a pickup line and a threat.
It's true.
What are you wearing?
It's
That's
true.
good. I have a confession to make.
What?
On the second or third episode when we fought Sir, I reduced his weapon. I can't cast enlarge or reduce on things that are being worn or carried.
Oh well. Okay.
It's in the past.
It won't happen again. But I can do willing people.
All right, so 2d8.
Yes. 2d8.
He had a tiny sword.
Ooh.
14.
And now I have disadvantage on all ability checks, right?
I believe so. My spell disappeared. There it goes.
All right. Are you going to do anything besides your heat metal, or is that it?
I was checking to see that
No worries.
disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the
Okay.
start of your next turn.
And then every time you reheat it, it starts.
But see, I don't know if that cause the consta drops it. Yeah, so every time I restart it, it kicks back in. And then,
So that was your action. You still have movement and a bonus action.
yep, I don't really have very many bonus actions.
Relatable.
So I'm going to
It's a bonus action.
step back here and use Bardic Inspiration on Sylph.
Nice.
Sylph, make them pay.
Yes.
Super fun. So you snap your fingers and the armor around the grizzled bounty hunter starts to erupt in a red hot heat that starts to burn his flesh. He is strong enough to keep standing and stay up, but you can tell that he is severely weakened and injured. On to Sylph.
All right. So does this mean if Mesius can enlarge me but not objects, does this mean I have a teeny tiny little whip?
No, your
No.
whip goes with you.
Okay.
Everything goes with you.
It's
Okay.
everything. It's you and everything on you, or
A thing.
or
I was
nothing,
about to
pretty
be
much.
so sad, but also it was going to be a very comical move.
No.
Okay. Well, in that case, I have Bardic
Sorry, that got
Inspiration.
loud. Sorry.
Okay.
I have Bardic Inspiration.
Is Sirenscape on there?
Yes. And so I am going to. I'm gonna look up my things.
Do it.
So okay. So I have Bardic Inspiration and I have an extra D on hit. So I'm going to turn to Cannon Fodder, and I'm going to do. And Bardic Inspiration is advantage, correct?
No, Bardic Inspiration is 1d6 to your roll for attack.
1d6 my roll.
A
Okay.
better bless.
Okay, well I'm gonna do Fighting Spirit to give me advantage. to hit cannon fodder.
All right.
Yeah. So that's good thing. Okay, 16 plus 5,
That hits.
21. Yeah. So that one I whip with my static blade.
All right.
That's giant.
My static, that's 1d4 plus 5.
2d4 plus 5 plus 1d8
That's right, all the
because you're big.
additives. 2d4 plus 5.
Plus 1d8.
Yes. 2d4 plus 5.
So 10, and then you're 1d8.
That was an interesting.
Plus. Plus 6. So 16. So I'll add static. Whoopah!
And which way are you moving him?
I'm gonna move him into Heal Slut. I'm gonna knock him into him.
Alright, so you whip him into Heal Slut, taking him in the side. He gets a static bolt of electricity as he bounces into him and pushes Heal Slut back. He is going to fall prone, cannon fodder, and Heal Slut's gonna jump back, and he's gonna take 1d4 himself.
Sweet, because then I do an action surge and I go whoopah to the heal surge.
Or Heal Slut.
My heal slut, yeah, that
Why?
heal slut.
2%.
Make him my slut. Advantage!
Alright.
No, because I got an 18.
You got an 18.
I got an 18.
To hit?
That's
Let's
yep,
go.
Yep, to
That's
hit.
solid, bro.
That's an
Hell yeah.
That's an additional just 1d4 this time, right?
Nope, same thing because you're enlarged. So you do 2d4 plus 5, and if you did static blade again, then it's another plus 1d8.
Which I will always, I'll try to always say this. I'm doing static blade, absolutely yes.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm gonna freaking slam him back over into cannon fodder.
So you slam him towards cannon fodder. He's not going to take any extra damage, but he's going to trip over his body and fall prone on the other side of him.
Alright, and that was a total damage of Heal Slut got a total of, oh, math!
15.
15, yes.
Nah, so
Ooh.
roll
So good.
So you smash Heal Slut in the side, and he starts to fall over as he gets electrocuted. And he is just on the ground, twitching, and very, very injured, you can tell.
Fuck yeah, bitch!
Oh, I need to
How do you like
combat
me
that.
now?
That's why my life feels empty.
Onto a not hot dog.
A not hot dog.
He's gonna run over here.
All I know is gonna
Oh,
get
is
at
he
me.
an ice wolf?
He is an ice wolf. He's gonna run over next to Sylph and Anduin, and he is going to do a cone breath of ice.
Rude.
And I need you both to make
Gonna-
a dexterity save of 12.
It's gonna hit your ankles. Watch out.
Okay.
12 exactly.
Oh!
Oh, 13.
Nice.
Oh! Alright,
Woo!
so y'all are gonna take half.
Okay.
So you both take 8 damage.
Okay.
Alright.
That's
Thank God it was half.
right. Jeez.
16, and then Anduin, you take 8. Alright. So a not hot dog runs over behind the tree, pokes out, and just unleashes a torrent of blizzard ice into your bodies, causing you to be frozen a little bit, but you're able to break free just in time and get out of the brunt of the attack.
That was close.
On to Anduin.
So I'm just going to turn to my right, stare down this ice wolf and say, "You cannot outrun the light." And I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level
Alright.
and roll a what?
At the one between Grizzled Bounty Hunter and Distraction.
Yeah, the guy on the right wolf. I can't see
Alright,
the names
for sure.
because I'm not in the program.
No worries.
And I got a 14.
14 on Not Helen will hit.
Woo!
Yes.
Get him, Helen.
Roll me that damage.
All right, that damage was 20.
Oh!
Ooh, fire,
Nice.
bro.
So now Helen's gonna take 20 damage, and the next person to
And
attack
then-
because of Guiding Bolt
oh,
also has
yeah.
advantage.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to cast level 1 Sanctuary on my tiny little buddy Mesius and say, "Take safety in the light."
Smart.
Thank you. What does that
And that's it for me.
You slam your Guiding Bolt into Not Helen, and she takes it deep into the chest and starts to glow from her wound. She was hurt pretty bad, but she's got eyes for you now, Anduin. Safira.
Hey, okay, so I'm going to use Quicken spell with Firebolt, and I'm also going to use my Robes of Power
Awesome.
on Not Helen and Grizzled Bounty Hunter.
Okay.
Is that a double roll?
So
Okay.
yeah,
Wait.
you're using Quicken spell.
And I have. Wait,
You can do Quicken
wait,
spell, you
don't.
can do Firebolt as a main action and a bonus action, or you can use your Quinn spell and do it double.
Okay, what were you gonna say, Anduin?
I was gonna say if you're gonna do 2 attacks, you should do them both at Helen because they'll both have advantage.
They will.
Okay, I'm gonna use Twin Spell on
you
Not
twin spell
Helen.
the same
I'm gonna hit
person?
her both with my hands. And I'm gonna
Fireball?
use my Robes of Power. Wait, no, I'm not gonna use my Robes of Power. I have advantage.
Robes of Power is damage, not advantage.
Yeah, use the probes.
Damage.
Use
Okay,
the
we're
ropes.
doing it. We're doing it.
Damn
We're
it.
doing it.
Yes.
Okay.
So give me 2 rolls with advantage.
With advantage. Okay, so for my first one, I got 21 plus 2.
Hit.
So 23.
How'd you roll a
Or am I-
21?
Because
Oh,
What, Kalen?
I don't think you can twin spell the same person.
I'm
If
pretty
you
sure
not?
you can.
twin spell, it's a second creature within range.
Okay.
Oh, so then you can do Quicken spell and use that as a bonus action.
I'm
and still do
sorry,
it.
I just wanted to.
We're gonna do Quicken Spell.
I was
I
actually
lost the
looking
dice.
to.
Yeah, because I've tried that
Spell.
before and it didn't work.
I lost
and
the
we're both
dice.
sorcerers.
Oh no!
But how'd you roll a 21? Because that confuses me.
Because the modifier, the spell attack,
Oh, okay. So then, where would the +2 come from then?
the advantage on rolling on Helen.
Advantage is just rolling again. Either way, 21 hits. So the first hit hits.
Well,
So roll
that's
again
good.
for the second hit.
I feel like I'm always learning something new. Every episode, I'm like, oh, I've been fucking up this whole time.
No. worries.
No, you actually have advantage is an extra D20 to hit.
Yeah,
Okay.
essentially.
For some reason, why did I think it was a D4 then? Hold on, we're gonna pause
That's-
the game. real
That's
quick. Put a pin in
that's
that one.
bless or inspiration from me.
Oh,
Mine's a D6,
okay.
but
Different
So-
things. All right. You hit the
That's
first one. Give me your second roll now. Still have advantage.
Okay, I got 12. Should I roll again for advantage?
You
Yeah.
should always roll again for. Was that? Yeah. Always roll again for your chance to hit 20. And what was your second
Okay,
one?
and then 13.
And 13, and then you have like a +4, +6 or something.
No, 13 with my +6.
Oh, 13 with your +6. Well, then congratulations. That 13 just barely made it.
Woo!
So you
Let's
hit both
go.
times.
Okay, thank you so much.
So you roll
I
2
got-
attacks and then an extra 2d4.
roll 2 attacks and then more. Wait, I have more dice.
Oh wait, should the wolf have taken an extra D4 for my bolt because I'm big?
I think it's only weapons.
Got you.
I shall research.
Yeah. All right. So 18 on Not Helen before my D4 on damage.
Not Helen. All right.
+4, so 22 damage on Not Helen.
nice.
22 damage. Fuck yeah. So that's gonna
All
be.
Jay, you get my message on BC.
This wolf's gonna get iced.
So what are we using? Firebolt.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you smash your firebolt out at Not Helen, and this dog just takes the brunt on their fur. Their once white and bluish fur is now tinted black, and you can smell burnt hair in the air as you hear whimpering. It turns to growling. On to Not Helen's turn. Not Helen's gonna rush forward.
Wait, sir. We did a twin spell on Grizzled.
No,
Bounty
you did
Hunter,
your
and
you
it-
did
You did quicken.
You did quicken spell on both on Not Helen.
Oh, right. Hee-haw.
Yeah. All right. So Not Helen's gonna charge forward at Anduin
Where's what's happening?
and make a bite attack at him, and he's gonna fucking miss like a goddamn stupid.
Oh
Bitch.
no!
All
Good
right.
for
So
him.
that's all he can fucking do. So he rushes forward to Anduin and bites at his ankle, but Anduin's able to luckily pick it up just in time and step back.
You
Not
filthy
quite-
mutt.
Not quite afraid in his large in size against a tiny dog such as this. On to cannon fodder.
Oh man, it's really one-sided here in the initiative order.
Yeah, it is.
Oh wow, it really is. I was wondering. I was like, I feel like I haven't done anything.
No.
All right, so
I hate
cannon
that.
fodder is going to make a swing at Sylph. Oh no, he stood up, so that doesn't matter. He stood up, out of prone. Misses the first one. Multi-attack allows him to do twice. Second one hits.
Alright, what's the damage?
You're gonna take 7 more damage. Sylph.
7 more damage. What,
So
does he
he's-
like stub my toe?
So he swings his mace at your head. You're able to dodge the first one, but as he comes back towards your foot, you're not able to pick up quick enough, and he smashes your ankle a little bit.
I'm bloody, y'all.
Onto distraction. He sees Mezius over here is gonna make a step forward and have to make a wisdom save.
No.
He does not pass. He goes to strike at Mezius with his mace, but is overcome with a sense of peace and is unable to make a further strike.
I snap at him.
On to Grizzled Bounty Hunter. He is going to stay a little farther back, and he's going to aim a long, a heavy crossbow bolt at Saphira. And hit 8 and sing Frozen! Let it go! Because he didn't hit it, so he's sad and a little
feels
upset.
bad.
Bitch, I'm made of fire. You can't hit me.
So he shot his crossbow
That's right.
bolt at you. It misses a little bit to the side, planting into the snow behind you. And he just lets out a curse under his breath. Fuck. And then on to Heal Sloots.
Bring it on, slut.
Alrighty then. So Heal Sloots is going to cast Sanctuary on himself.
I don't like that.
And then throw a Cure Wounds on himself as well.
I don't like it.
So he heals himself 11. He's going to take a few steps back and now has Sanctuary on it. He's sitting in the back trying to assist his party a little bit more in the future. Back up to the top of the initiative with Mezius. You're behind the tree next to a distraction.
It is I, Mezius. As I'm laughing in distraction spaces, he tried to hit me and I just snapped at him. Made fun of him. Little thing I'm not going to say on stream. I shall...
Just bullying ritualist.
That's right. First level chromatic orb
Yes, we did.
face.
Reverse level chromatic orb to the face.
Yeah, that's plus 6 here. 17.
Alright, so he makes his wisdom save for his opportunity attack. And then he rolled the 12 plus a 4. So 16 hits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, so you're going to take the opportunity attack because you're in point blank range. And he
Go.
passed his wisdom save.
Alright, I gotta roll for
So he takes 7.
Constitution saving throw for enlarge and reduce.
Alright.
13, I have plus 2.
What you do is break 10.
I rolled a 10. And I
That's
got
all you gotta do!
Yeah.
You're able to barely maintain the concentration as you take the mace to the side.
Ow, that hurt. You son of a bitch.
Alright, and roll for your chromatic.
The 3d8?
It is.
Yep. Nope.
Mezius, where'd your accent go?
14.
14 cannon fodder? Or
No, to distraction. Right in front of my face.
What element did you use again?
Oh, shoot, I have to roll for that, don't I?
No, you choose.
I choose? Acid.
Acid?
Fuck you, that's why.
Alright, so you shoot out an acid orb into Distraction's chest, and it starts to melt through his arm or uncover his flesh, and you can see bubble and blister. He screams out in pain, quite hurt but not yet dead. Anger fills his eyes.
That was so beautiful.
On to Rome.
Alright. So I'm going to sidestep over here. Misty step to behind her. And stab her ass in the back with Anduin.
With Anduin, just
Well, I mean, saying Anduin's Anguish every time is gonna maybe I'll just call it Anguish. I will just name it Anguish.
So you run to the right, and then you misty step behind the tree, trying to stab Distraction in the back. Give me that attack roll, sir. And are you activating it?
Yes.
Both or just one?
Just one.
Alright. I'll let you choose whichever one.
Oh, I didn't add my modifier, but I rolled 2 12s. That's amazing.
Alright, 12 is
18 total.
hits.
Alright.
Alright, and then so you do roll me your attack damage, and then are you doing poison or are you doing inflict wounds?
Poison.
Poison, so that's 2d10?
Yeah, 2d10, DC 15, save.
Okay, does he say 15?
The DC 15 negates.
Constitution?
Yeah.
Is that with your sneak attack modifier?
Nope.
No. He takes poison damage. That's Anduin's anguish for you.
Damn.
So he takes that poison
He'll
damage.
take the poison damage? Alright.
Yeah, 2d10 plus 1d4 plus your modifier.
Let's go.
Oh, and sneak attack.
Oh, do you have that now?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Wait, how do you have that now?
I thought you got level 5.
Oh, we're not level 5 yet. We're level 5 after this fight.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't change my... Interesting. Maybe I did and I didn't think about it.
Maybe you were looking for your stuff.
Then I don't know if my DC changes. Hold on.
I know it doesn't, not for the knife. The knife is always the same.
But going up, no, because I didn't change a stat.
It
at
wouldn't
any
go up
point.
unless your dex went up, yeah.
No,
Okay.
you hit him regardless of if your modifier goes up or not. So just go ahead and roll me that 2d10
2d10,
plus
1d4. Yeah. 4, 1d4. 2d10.
2d10.
So 17 total.
17 total, and then did you? Is that plus your +4 as well for your modifier
On the dagger, yeah.
on the dagger?
Yeah, the first roll was a 3 plus 4.
Yeah. I see it now. I see it.
And then 2
17 total.
5s. Yep. On her.
That is distraction, right? Oh, what the fuck is math?
What is it?
What
You never
is
know
math?
when it's-
All
it's
right.
good.
You dig your blade deep into this distraction's back, and the poison erupts into him. He falls to his knees and screams out. This man is barely holding on to life, but he is
Actually-
not letting his eyes close.
We just double poisoned this guy and he didn't fucking die.
I have audio for that now. And then as my bonus action, I'm going to glance at the hunter. You picked the wrong bounty.
Hey,
And heat metal back up again. Give me that 2d8.
Okay, this can happen still.
Motherfucking Rome.
Motherfudging.
6
Extra
damage, and he
6.
has- And he has disadvantage again on everything, so... Even if it's not a lot of damage, just giving him disadvantage is phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a bonus at that point. Alright, so Rome, you did your dash behind, you stabbed, and then reactivated your heat metal on the guard, on the bounty hunter. His flesh again starts to bubble and blister even worse this time. He screams out in pain. His eyes are set on you. Still.
Alright.
Something to pick up? Wow.
Okay, bro.
I just ate a burrito roll very quickly.
Alright. I'm going to whip with static blade, cannon fodder,
Alright.
and that's a 15 plus 5, that's a total 20.
15 plus 5, 20 total. That hits.
And then I'm gonna turn over towards Heal Slut, and I'm gonna literally get right.
Well, how much damage are you doing per cannon fodder, and where are you moving?
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Yeah.
Your attack is 2d4 plus 1d8 plus 5.
Yes. So to fodder,
That's 10.
I'm doing 10 plus. So 14 total damage to cannon fodder.
Alright, and where are you moving him?
And then I'm gonna move him because I can't step on him as I'm passing him, correct?
No, that
So in
could be
that
your
case-
action, but not as just a movement.
Yeah. So in that case, I'm just gonna move him like a space back.
Like that?
Yes.
Alright, so you whip out and you smack him square in the chest. Your electrical whip just kind of shocks him in next to the tree as he just kind of sits there and vibrates with static electricity.
I snicker at his convulsing body, and I go over and I head north where Heal Slut is, and I like literally, I'm big, so I like just get up right up on him, and he has to like straight up try to do something past me, like I'm in his grill.
Got you. Alright. Onto a not hot dog who failed its recharge roll.
You're a cold dog, God.
So a not hot dog is going to go behind Anduin and team up with his friend. And now attack at Anduin with a bite.
True.
And he hits! Anduin is going to take 2d4 Anduin takes 11 damage, and I need you to make a strength save of 14, which you have advantage on.
Yay, I'm alive.
How much damage did I take? 8?
8.
Okay.
Or no,
And
you took
advantage?
11. I'm sorry, you took 11 damage total. Right
Okay,
now,
and-
you should be at 19 damage.
Yeah. Yes. Advantage on the strength save.
Advantage on the strength save because you're enlarged.
Because I'm big. Thank you, Mesius.
So got you.
Advantage gives me a 14.
14? That
Yeah.
passes.
Nice.
That is the pass.
Nice. Thank you, Mesius.
Alright, and then that is a Not Hot Dog's final turn. He bites in your ankle trying to rip you down to the ground, but you're able to shake free and just kick him across the snout real quick.
Nice.
And now it is your turn.
Perfect. Okay, I am going to just reach right in front of me to not Helen, and I am going to attempt to cast Inflict Wounds.
Ooh.
Alright, give me that roll.
Brutal.
Boy.
Oh yeah.
That's an 18.
That hits like fuck.
Ooh.
That is 25 damage.
25 damage.
Fuck.
Alright, that goes to boom. So you reach your hand forward and you grip Not Helen by the back of the mane and you just push all of your dark energy into it. The fur, instead of a bluish white, is now pitch black across this dog as it howls in pain and screams. It is almost unable to stand anymore as a weak growl escapes its lips and it just looks at you menacingly.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon and strike at Not Helen with that as well.
Give me
Let's
that
go,
roll.
Helen. Hope you die.
I hope you die.
Oh god.
There's only person.
Wow, that's a 25!
It's as fuck!
What?
That's an extra d4 because I'm enlarged, because it's a weapon.
I don't know if that counts or not.
Is it something you're holding? Or
I'll give it to you.
wield it?
I'll give the extra D4. I know it's not his thing, but he's big in summoning it, so I'll go ahead and give it because I like.
Sweet. That makes me happy.
His now bigger as well.
That makes me
Halbert's quite
happy.
big.
Alright, so that is... That's the d4. That's another 14 damage.
Another 14 damage. No,
Yeah.
that fucking kills it.
Nice!
Got it.
So, how's it happen, sir?
So I stare at this wolf and I say, I am done with your measly chomping, and I grab it by the mane and the black ichor goes into it and it starts to whimper as you see one of its front paws rot off of its body, and then with my other hand, a holy light appears and you see my golden halberd appear from the floor out of a portal of light, and it slices up and then just slices it right in half.
Damn.
Not Helen falls.
Good time here, Helen.
Still tinted black from the inflict wounds.
Nobody liked you anyway.
I,
On the theater.
Nobody liked you anyway.
Alright, I'm going to use my twin spell with my firebolt on not hot dog and please load grizzled hunty bunt.
Hunty Bunter? What the fuck?
Hunty butter.
Hunty Bunty.
Bounty Hunter.
So a not hot dog and a dribble bounty hunter. Give me those rolls.
Okay, so for a not hot dog, we got 20.
Hits as fuck.
Is that a gnat?
No. And then math.
And are you doing firebolt? You said for both of these.
Yes, sir. And then I got a 14 on grizzled bounty hunter for hit.
Nope.
Okay, well, I'm going to use 1d10
1d10
On-
on a not hot dog.
a not hot dog with my firebolt.
This is the first
Ooh, I
time
got
you've been
it.
hit.
Ooh, yay! I got an 8, and I'm going to throw my fire at him, and I'm going to be like, I will make you all scared of fire. And then I try to do it as a grizzled bunter, whatever his name is. It doesn't work.
Bunter.
And I go, I will make you afraid of fire.
You hold your hands up, you blast him out. The dog takes a blast hard across the flank, and his fur is now singed. He whimpers slightly, but he's still focused on the very large Anduin in front of him. It is now
Brutal.
Cannon Fodder's turn. He's going to run back here and he's going to flank Sylph for advantage and attack her from behind. Hit. This just to see if it's a nat 20. Alright, so he gets the first one. And you're going to take 1d6. You take 5, and then he has multi-attack, so he's going to do it again. He misses, but advantage gives him a hit!
Pretty curious. Since they're enlarged, don't they have a 10-foot attack range?
Shit, am I gonna die?
They do. But she actually has a longer one. She has a 15-foot because the whip is huge.
Well, I mean, cannon fodder would have provoked attack of opportunity.
Within 5 feet, unless she has the sentinel.
I thought it's an attack range.
I think it's fine.
I'm pretty sure it's within 5 feet.
Okay.
Sentinel's the one where it's like you have your polearm master, you can do it at
Yeah.
that range.
But that's, yeah, that gives you a forearm. I don't know.
Well, and it's 5 feet when they're standard size, though.
Regardless, I can have him come around.
Yeah, I just was curious.
Alright, so yeah, he did the attacks. So you took 8 damage total. You're still big, so he's not able to hit you in the head. He just kind of whips at the back of your kneecap, striking you from the inside, almost knocking you down. You hear a small crunch. Distraction. He is going to turn around to the man who stabbed him in the back and almost killed him and make a swing at him. And he misses. Luckily, he has 2.
That
And the
hits.
second one hits. So he rolled a 13 to miss and a 17 to hit. And he comes out and just smacks you in the side of your arm with his mace, digging in deeply, dealing 7 damage.
Tragic.
To Grizzled Bounty Hunter.
He has to roll like 3 times.
I do?
He's poisoned 3 times or 2 times.
Oh, I don't think. Oh, he is poisoned. He is poisoned. So he has 1 health, so he dies.
Well,
he hits
I mean,
you and then-
he could do the DC, so
Oh, is he supposed to make the DC save for it again? I thought you take the poison and then you make the DC damage or roll for DC.
well, because it's if he fails, he remains poisoned for a minute or until an attack using this
He
weapon
didn't
hits.
pass. He didn't pass.
So he's still poisoned. So on his start or after the attack, he's still.
Well, he dies.
Yeah,
He takes the poison
okay.
damage. Yeah, he's dead. So he
Well,
swings
he
at you, hits you, and then as he completes that hit, he just kind of
Nice.
falls back, and foam starts to gush from his mouth. On to Grizzled Bounty Hunter. Alright, the Grizzled Bounty Hunter is going to be pissed at you for burning him, run up on you, and then attack. He has disadvantage. It hits!
Damn it.
2d6 plus 3!
I got you, homie.
You got a 16 for his hit, and he does 13 damage!
Oh, is he dead? Are you
whoa!
dead? You're dead, bro.
Am I?
Are you?
You're
You're at
dead,
20
bro.
wound right
He's
now.
at 20.
Dead, dead. Not dead, but you're...
Not dead, but he has a second strike.
Yeah, my.
Disadvantage. Swing. His great sword.
Thank God.
Did it hit? Misses.
No,
What?
No, you rolled 2, bro.
Misses. I forgot it was disadvantage. So yep, didn't get shit. Rolled a 2 to 7. That first one cleaves deep into your side, but as he comes back to swing from up top, you're able to just open the door and dodge the blade just in time. You hear a low chuckle. Heal slut.
It says I'm confused.
Huh?
Well, my character in D&D Beyond is off, but I should have 3 hit points.
You do.
Okay.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Am I
You're
You're
at
alive?
20 out of 23.
It's like I'm
Somebody-
not dead yet.
Somebody has a shield.
Alright, so Heal Slut's turn. He is right in front with Sylph. So he is going to go ahead and just swing.
Okay, that's better than I was expecting the cleric to have on me.
But he has advantage because you're being flanked. Oh my
Ah!
god.
Oh, guys, I could
Yay.
have died right there. I could have died
Okay.
right there.
So he
Oh my
swings
God.
out and misses.
Whew.
You are
And-
low right now. Holy shit.
He's going to try to do something Yeah, that's a bonus weapon. He's gonna open up. He's gonna call his own spiritual weapon as a bonus action.
What's it look like?
His spirit weapon is going to come up as just a recreation of his mace, and that's going to be right next to him, and he's going to make an attack at you with that. A nat 1!
Oh, man!
So he swings his mace at you from the front while simultaneously summoning a mace from the side to strike at you. But you're nimbly able to do that like Matrix dodge thing where you jump in the air and you're like flat, and they just go whoosh over you, and you just land again. Even though you're huge, you still did that. You just laughed.
Ooh. I am mighty woman!
On to Mesius, back at the top.
So, Grizzled Bounty Hunter, tell
Yes.
me, is he close to that log?
He's like right on the other side of that log, yes.
So if I enlarge said log, would he get crushed?
Well, so would Rome. So the answer is yes, but so would Rome.
And he's unconscious right now, isn't he?
No.
No, he's not. Why do you guys think he's dead?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's not
the only reason I said that is because Kaylin keeps saying it. I have 3 health.
Okay, when I looked, you had 20 wound, and Justin was saying you were taking 13 damage. So I'm like,
No, that was
was
after
added.
he took the 13 damage.
Okay.
I know that.
That's why we got all confused then.
My
Okay.
bad.
He's almost dead.
Okay, so what about that tree on the other side of Rome? If I enlarge that enough to kind of knock the
Any
bounty hunter,
any tree that is close enough to hit the bounty hunter will also hit Rome.
okay. So if I do that and Rome's awesome and does a cool dex save, will he get an opportunity attack against the failing Grizzled Bounty Hunter?
If he does a dex save, no, he doesn't have to necessarily move. I will say that Rome dex saves to jump onto the tree as opposed to be crushed by it.
Okay, because basically what I want to happen is the bounty hunter, to like fall and Rome get an opportunity attack because of that.
Oh, that's what you're trying to do? Well, in that instance, then he would get a dex save as well. I would give them both dex saves.
Can I not enlarge objects?
You can.
I think it says willing.
Willing
Yeah.
pieces are things that aren't being worn.
Right. Consecrate
So,
your
like
object
trees-
can be within range to grow smaller, larger.
You can
smaller.
do trees and stuff, but any tree that's close enough to hit Grizzly Bounty Hunter is also close enough for Rome to have to deal with it.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds
Plus,
pretty
you also
good.
have your concentration for enlarge on Sylph and Anduin right now. So if you do
That's
another enlarge, you
zero.
take that off.
I don't want to do that.
If you do another concentration spell of any kind, you'll take it off.
Alright, I'm gonna come in here into the middle of the battleground, and I'll say, you know what, I've had enough of this. And twin spell Firebolt at a not hot dog and a GBH.
All right, throw me those attacks.
So
Or not hot
first-
dog first.
First hot dog.
15
21.
plus 6. 21 hits like a motherfucker.
So, oops. And then another one. Nope, not plus 3. Why? And 11.
11 damage. All
No,
right.
no. That's 11 to hit the other guy.
Oh, 11 to hit the other guy. That misses.
Okay, so 1d10 plus.
Do we straight up
Oh,
lose
1d10.
Saphira?
Oh, I rolled a 1, dude. There you go.
1 for damage.
Yeah, that's just pissed god awful. Oh my god.
So you throw your fireball at a not hot dog, and it kind of brushes through the dog's ears. One ear you can see got a little bit singed, but you can tell you didn't get a very successful smack on it.
Apparently I have had enough of this.
Rome, it is your turn.
Going to.
You didn't know I could play you.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Fuck it, full send.
Full send!
Yes.
Alright, so I'm going to turn.
I like to
I'm going to clack my weapons together and be like, you handle that one well. Let's see how you do it too. And I'm going to just straight up attack him.
Dude.
Give me that roll.
Alright, so 6. There's for Anguish.
Are you charging that?
Rapier. So Anguish hits. Yeah. I'm going to use the inflict wounds on that.
Well, That's the only one you got. So Anguish hits, and then your Rapier misses.
Alright. On top of that, I'm going to use... I still haven't... Huh?
That was your action and bonus action.
For pulling out the dagger.
Yeah, I'm still kind of trying to figure out what my special does.
Your special?
All of my flourishes say special. They're not listed as an action or a bonus action, but
I
it's
think your
if I
flourishes
hit.
If you hit, you get to do this. Whenever you take the attack action, if weapon hits, you can do one of the following per turn. So they're just
Okay.
a free action that you add on to it.
Alright, I'm going to also use one of my inspirations for defensive flourish,
Alright.
which is
Do
the
extra
1d6. Sweet. So that gives me 6 extra damage, but it also lets me add 6 to my armor
Which
class.
is tight.
So now I have a 21 armor class.
So you have 1d4 plus 4 plus 3d10 plus 6.
Yeah.
1d4 plus 10 plus 3d10.
Let's see.
And with Anguish, main damage doesn't do a lot, but you get those charges in there, it's dumb.
So the 4 and 4s and 8s.
Rolling max on this stuff.
I can't do the hit rolls, but I can get the fucking dice apparently.
There you go, bro.
So far.
The range dice.
Now I need another plus 6 and 3d10 plus 6.
Oh my god, my dice.
Come on, dice.
I guess you don't need to do the plus 6 since I can just add to it, whatever, but whatever you feel.
Well, I threw the 6 in that, so
It's easy. 8 and 19 is 27.
27 total.
27 damage.
Well, plus the... Oh, you already added it. That's what the 6 was. Okay.
27. All right. So you sink your blade deep into the side of the bounty hunter. It goes in through his armor, and you can see the black magic kind of enveloping his body. He screams out in immense pain as he starts to get weak in the knees, but he's not dead, and he has an immense hatred in his eyes.
Sorry. It's so lagged on audio.
Alright. So, because I'm flanked, if I literally move, I'm a double risk for.
Yeah. If you move anywhere, you're getting opportunity attacked by 2 things.
Not fully true. You can forego your attack action and disengage from combat, which means they lose the attack to opportunity, or the chance to opportunity attack, but you lose your action. So you can't attack, but you can run.
Are you gonna run or full send?
Define run. How, like, would I have to, like, legit have, like, minimum 30 feet?
Yeah, that's all you'll have to.
I don't want to do that. What if I pivot? If I, like,
If it's
turn on my
fine. You can
heel...
turn around. You can turn around. You just can't move a square.
Okay, well, if I turn around, so at that point I'm facing cannon fodder, and I can see in the distance, not hot dog. You know what? I'm gonna pull out my
there's an
bolt of
idea.
elixir,
Oh.
and I'm gonna say a little prayer as it starts to glow and spark electricity. And I point it at cannon fodder, but as I do, it electrifies and it goes even further, and it does a double. It does a double attack towards cannon fodder and not hot dog, and that's a dex save of 15.
Alright, I'm gonna tell you right now, it doesn't matter that cannon fodder saved that second one, he's gonna die regardless.
Ooh.
Better.
And not
Yeah.
hot dog. Got a
Why
nat 20
What?
and a 15 and a 16. So on the nat 20, he's not gonna take any damage. And then on the 16, he's gonna take half damage of the 3d6.
3d6. Okay.
But hey, you killed cannon fodder.
I did kill cannon fodder.
Let's
You
go.
cannon fodder. And I.
5.
Oh man.
You rolled 2 1s and a 3.
Oh man.
Horrible. Sorry.
No!
We've all been there.
Literally,
No!
the last person to attack this was Mesius, and he still only did 1 damage.
This
And you just
damn
did 2
dog.
damage because half. Alright, so he's a little hurt. The lightning bolt kind of just arcs over him, and you can see that he took a little bit of a scar across the back, but nothing too deep.
Okay, well, as a bonus action, I'm going to give myself a second wind. to heal myself a little bit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How much is that?
That
1d10 plus 4.
1d10 plus 4. Yes, that's that.
Don't do it, Frank. Don't do it.
4. Where's my damage?
Don't do it, Frank. Okay.
What?
1d4 or 1d10 plus 4. What'd you get? A 1.
Did you get a
No,
1?
a 2. It was
A
not
2?
as bad
Not
as
much
a 1,
better.
but
So
it's not
6?
better.
So you're at. Alright, and something I think you forgot to put in your own health is whenever you do your fighting spirit, you get a 5 temporary hit points. So you're actually at. You have 16 health right now.
Oh!
Yeah, you forgot that the fighting spirit gives you 5 temp. Alright, so that's your turn. You throw your bolt of Alakir out, and it arcs through cannon fodder, just obliterating him in nothingness and barely scarring the dog past him. And then as it comes back, you take a moment to re-center yourself, and you take a deep breath and feel your body get a little bit more ready to handle what's coming its way. Recharged!
Oh, that was terrifying. Just being perfectly honest.
So... Yeah, the dog's just gonna blow a fucking breath of cold air at Anduin.
Rude.
Oh, I need you to make a dex save of 12, homie. That was for the hot dog. I accidentally rolled. That doesn't count.
I got a 20.
But you have.
Ah! Nat 20?
Yeah. No. 18
Okay,
plus 2.
okay.
18 plus 2.
Alright, so
You
you're
almost handed.
gonna take half damage. So you take 9.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
It's a good thing you took half damage.
For real.
Are you kidding me,
That
dude?
would have killed you.
For real.
Are
That
you
is some
trying to
cold
kill
ass
us?
cold breath.
Yeah! I'm trying to kill you? Of course! You guys are complaining about, oh, it's so easy! Like, oh, well, okay. How about some fucking things that kill you?
I'll make it a little harder.
Literally,
No.
Sylph would be dead if I had hit those other rolls.
Yeah, actually.
Oh,
Alright.
I'm
yes.
pretty close too.
Oh, yeah, and Rome's at,
Don't
like,
die.
1 health.
I'm good,
So
actually.
he blows out an icy
Me
cold
too.
breath, and just, it envelops Anduin for a moment. But luckily, Anduin's super fucking big. So it just kind of envelops his lower legs. And he takes half the damage he normally would have. Speaking of which, Anduin.
Aha! So, I am going to use my action to preserve life. And I am going to separate 20 health points to make people to half their total. So Sylph's going to gain 2, Rome is going to gain 8, and I myself am going to gain 10. And then I'm going to use a charge of my ring to heal half the amount I healed total, so I'm going to gain another 10 health.
Ooh.
And then for using my ring.
Alright.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to slice my spiritual weapon at the wolf.
Spiritual weapon at the wolf. Shoot. Make me a roll.
Is it
Come
you,
on,
dear
baby.
weapon?
Alright, 23.
23. Alright, give me
Hey.
extra 1d4 onto that roll. Because you are still enlarged.
Sweet. Okay, 10 plus a d4, that is 12 damage.
12 damage. Alright, I'm gonna knock hot dog.
And then I end my turn.
All
We
right.
will not fall!
Your golden halberd swings down and just chops the end of the tail off from the wolf. A loud yelp breaks out, and he scampers a little bit, but his eyes radiate with pure hatred for this man in front of him. Saphira!
Alright, at a not hot dog, I am going to use my chromatic orb at a 2nd level with fire damage.
Alright.
Let's go.
Oh, and I'm going to use my ropes of power.
Alright, 1d4 added to the damage, so give me that roll. What'd you get?
I got an 8.
An 8? No.
Oh. Oh,
I
sorry.
hate
I
that.
apologize.
I hate that.
That could have been so cool.
Could have been so
I know,
cool.
bro. I feel your pain. It's
Oh, fuck you,
Alright.
Dad.
I felt
Alright.
it too. As soon as I was going to do that, I knew it.
like,
Since we switched turns on this and nobody has used it yet that has needed
Wait,
it,
give inspiration.
we have inspiration.
Okay. Same with it.
So like you can
Does
use
that include me?
everybody got inspiration because we avoided that fight. He gave us all inspiration for
Oh, yeah,
doing
I
so
did
well.
give you all
We
inspiration.
use it
So-
to reroll roll it.
Inspiration is essentially a free advantage on anything.
So you can use that if you
I'm
want to
gonna
do
use
it.
it.
Go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
use it. Is that a D20?
Yep,
What is
just
that?
roll another
Yeah, well,
d20.
same-
It's advantage.
Oh, Betums.
Okay, guys, here's crossing your fingers. Please pray for D.
18?
That hits! And that's why inspiration matters, friends.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Fuck,
Exactly
I forgot about
why.
that. Bless you, Frank. Bless you. All right,
And
now I'm
it was the
rolling
DM that did his own demise with that inspiration, so.
I mean, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean the dog's gonna die right now. It's gonna take damage. So,
Okay.
I need two things. What elements are you using again? And then the damage roll.
So I'm going to use a fire element because I'm using my ropes of power. I also get an advantage on my damage roll.
1d4.
But yes, correct. But that is also since I'm using it at a second level, I have
4d8? I think it's 48.
4d8 plus 1d4.
Yep.
Send it with fire damage, bruh.
She got a 4 and a 5
9,
and an 8
17,
and a 4
21,
and a 1.
22.
22.
22 damage.
Alright.
Let's go, dude.
That
Alright.
Heavy
is my
damage.
turn.
Heavy
So-
damage.
Such a good
An orb of pure fire just erupts from your body and sinks into the side of this wolf. It howls out in pain as its fur turns black and singed, and again you can smell hair burning throughout the air. On to the grizzled bounty hunter. You should have ran when you had the chance, Bod.
Oh, no.
What did you do, sir?
He's gonna swing his greatsword at you.
No,
And he's gonna miss!
Kaylin, get that off my. You're sharing
Sharing
your.
your screen.
Oh my god, how do I do that?
And then,
It should be in
You
the
have-
top right corner of
Damn
the
it!
page.
alright, so my grizzled bounty hunter rolled an 8 and a
Oh, hold
10
on,
to
hold
try
on,
and
hold on.
swing at Rome.
Yeah, like you have totally thrown that up on stream, so I'm happy your porn wasn't open.
No, it's just me. I'm married. There's no porn. That's my computer. Come on.
That's a lie. We both know it.
Yeah, you're
on
married.
the-
You just told us in 2 sentences you're lying.
On the computer.
I'm married and I don't have porn. Those things contradict. Like that does not work.
We use the computer regularly. That's risky.
That's risky.
Alright, so the grizzled brown hero made 2 swings at Rome, being an 8 and a 10, both missed entirely. And he looks very defeated and upset because he knows he just missed his chance. On to Heal Slut, who right here is gonna say fucking right. Was Sanctuary a concentration? Sanctuary concentration spell? I don't think it is. It's important for me. Sanctuary is not a concentration spell. Awesome.
It is not.
Alright, so he's going to cast Spirit Guardians. And I need you to make a save of a 13 Wisdom, Sylph.
Save 13 wisdom.
He's like up your butt right now.
Yeah,
I
pretty much.
know. He's probably
That's
sniffing
uncomfortable
any
for
farts
you.
that I might pull out right now.
Wow, you get some farts, huh?
I mean, Sylph is not. I mean, she calls herself a lady. Let's be honest. You know that. She's letting out them silent tutors in between.
What's your
battles.
Wow.
saving throw, love?
I'm sorry. Wisdom.
Yeah.
Can't fucking talk about it.
That was classic.
Your wisdom is +1.
Was +1. There we go. 18 + 1, 19.
Nice.
Ooh, that
Ah.
definitely saves. So you're still gonna take half damage.
Fine. That's
So you
fine.
take 8 damage. I think that messed up and actually gave you full damage. Yeah. So I need to take 8 away. What's 34 minus 8? 6. Alright.
How do you do mental math that quickly?
I don't know.
He doesn't have Dennis as a father.
Neither
So-
does Kaylin.
Heal
I
Slut.
did-
He did his entire life. Shut your mouth, lady. That is a false statement.
Sure,
So-
that's fair.
Heal Slut presses his hands down into the earth, and what looks like an eruption of evil face spirits starts whirlwinding around him and start to tear at Sylph's armor. She's able to fight them off, but she still takes 8 damage and starts to see cuts and different blood start to pool from her body. As a bonus action, he's going to take his other mace and attack Sylph from the front.
I don't know.
Nat 20!
No!
Nat 20!
Do we drink if the DM rolls in that 20?
We drink a lot when the DM rolls a natural 20.
Gotta be ready.
Oh, you're really lucky. Okay. Let's see what happens. You might not be lucky.
I'm like, I only mostly killed you.
You're down!
I'm down.
11 damage. So his mace comes in, and as his evil fae are pulling at your arms and your legs, the mace comes up and just smacks you across the head, dropping you down to the ground.
Can I freaking as a giant land on this ass?
Nope.
Oh.
No.
You crumple straight down, falling forward. You
Ah.
are unconscious.
I'm annoyed.
Medius.
Hey guys,
You're
I
muted,
just re-up. I just said that
I just.
while I was muted. What's up?
It's your turn.
What did I miss?
Nothing.
Okay.
He's in, or Stealth is down.
I'm prone.
Stealth is unconscious.
I'm unconscious.
That's important.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
A little bit, not for me.
Not for you. For all of us, though.
Burning hands. I'm gonna run up behind Anduin. Take a quick meander to my left and cone the shit out of the hot dog. That's not hot at all. He's actually quite cold. And that's a Dex 13.
Alright, and now Hot Dog is going to make a save, and he got 6, so he takes full damage.
Yeah. 3d6.
Please
be
support this.
Oh,
18! What?
Oh!
666, baby.
And a 666!
Those are the flames of the devil.
Satan had your back on that one. Oh,
That is
Damn.
amazing.
666, fight with
Aw.
the devil.
The devil is
so
real.
18, 16. Alright.
Let's go.
So you envelop this dog in just a cone of fire. There's no longer hair on this dog. It is now just a charred, pink, burning, fleshy mound of anger and just fury at this point. Are you done? You don't have a bonus action, do you?
I just wanted to think if I wanted to say anything, but I'm good.
Alright. Rome, you are somehow not dead yet.
Oh yeah, I healed. So fuck
You're
that
healed a
guy.
little bit. Because Anduin was able to do that save life shit.
The save life shit.
You're up to,
Yeah, I'm
you're
gonna-
up to half your total right now.
Yeah. You're at you have 12 damage taken.
But like bounty hunter, you haven't even begun to see the fun yet. And I cast Cloud of Daggers,
Oh god!
and I'm gonna use my bonus action to heat metal. So I don't know if you actually want to give me extra damage on everything, because he's now got heat, hot metal, stabby objects.
Why don't you guys roll damage for me?
I'm happy about
Destroy
that.
him. Murk him.
So there's that.
Even if he rolls
Which
all
is 8.
ones on everything, he kills him.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's 8 just from Cloud of Daggers,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, he's dead off that alone.
and then an extra 13 just because fuck all.
Well, now you have a really cool description that you can use. That's a very pretty drawing. You have a
Oh,
very
hi.
cool
Aria.
Description now to explode this man with blades and fire. So, take it away, sir.
So, with my evil grin, after spouting out my comment, I start to heat up his armor until it's glowing red, and I cast Cloud of Daggers, throwing blades everywhere, just slicing through his skin and the metal and everything, just until it cuts multiple wounds of heated flesh as he just crumples into the ground.
Well, that was brutal.
That is
Very brutal.
Kaylin hiding over there.
You passed your first death roll, love. Good for you.
I take one.
Hi,
Kaylin.
Artia.
Kaylin,
Hi, Artia.
there's no T.
It's
No
how's it
T.
going?
Oh.
Here, now you can hear them and you can say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Alright. The not so hot dog is
Hi, bye.
feeling this Anduin bite. And he's gonna. Yes! He's gonna bite at Anduin's ankle yet again.
Oh my god, dude.
And he is going to deal 8 damage. Hit with a 24, dealt 8 damage.
You know what I'm just realizing now? I should have
You-
been taking half damage this whole, or not half damage, but
3
3
less.
less damage the whole time.
Resistance.
That's okay, I'm still alive.
Piercing.
Yeah, so I take 5.
I
Yeah,
just
so you take
fell.
5 damage, and
You need to be careful,
you need to make me
please.
a strength save that you have
Wait,
advantage
4
on.
is half of it.
It's
Mark.
oh man.
-3, not half.
Oh,
Well, I
minus
take
3,
the
my bad.
advantage, but I got a 20, nat 20, so.
Ugh, I just put my drink
Okay.
down.
Cool. So his bite hits you in the ankle, does a little damage, but nothing really else besides that. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
On to your turn again.
It is me again. Okay.
Tis I.
Stop, please.
What is mine? Okay, yeah.
Bye.
So I'm gonna
Never come back.
look forward. I'm gonna move 15 feet forward to Sylph, who's unconscious. I'll go ahead and take the chance of the opportunity. Yeah.
I should roll on that. I should roll on that.
Sick.
Should have kept my other roll.
So I walk 15 feet forward to Sylph and I say, Sylph, live. We are not done yet. And I cast Cure Wounds 2nd level.
I need you to also make a wisdom save for me, please.
Okay. Hold on, I need to make sure I do this math right.
Can
Okay.
you smoke some silver weed first?
A what save?
A wisdom
Ooh.
save.
Oh, easy money. 18.
18. All right, you're still gonna take half damage.
Oh, for the spirit thingies.
Yes. So you take 5.
All right. You are healing.
Wouldn't it be cool if radiant damage dealt to you because you're a cleric?
That'd be dumb.
That'd be way cooler.
8. Okay, so that's
You healed her how much?
22.
You healed her 22?
Wow!
Jesus.
Ah!
Alright, Sylph, you open your eyes feeling like you just took a pretty decent nap, actually.
Wow.
So I have a total of 22 out of 36 now at this point, right?
Correct.
What?
And then I'm gonna use ring to heal for 11.
Anduin, you blessed human, you!
I should never have given you that ring.
It's the best thing ever.
Safira, it is your turn.
Oh, wait, bonus action spiritual weapon.
It's like, I'm not done
Sorry,
yet.
Sorry.
Ooh.
Sorry.
I haven't begun dispensing my justice.
Alright, so action attack on the wolf, give me that roll.
13.
13.
Yeah.
That will hit the number.
Lovely.
2d or
Oh
1d4 plus 1d8.
God. All right. So 12 plus a d4, which was 15 damage.
Really?
He died?
Yeah.
All right.
How's your halberd destroy this tailless, now pink, fleshy, charred wolf?
So I lean down and I place my hands on Sylph's chest as the holy energy radiates and brings her back to life. And as I lift my hands, you watch the rays go from my palms over to my spiritual weapon, and I just drive it straight into the rib cage of the wolf, piercing it into the ground.
Damn.
Fucker lets out a howl and dies.
He dies!
On to Safira.
Is there anybody left?
There's the heel slut behind Sylph's gigantic body.
Yeah, the one who's doing the prostate exam.
Yeah, that one.
I mean, like, you can tell his hands are up her skirt, like he's just going at it.
I mean, if I had a prostate,
He's peeking up her kimono.
I was gonna, yeah. Otherwise,
If I-
it's just a fun time for me.
If I move across, is that worth 5?
Like, there's a big A in front of you.
We're across, like,
Like across a square.
yeah,
Is
each
that
square
what
is
the
5
thing-
feet. Each square
Okay.
is 5 feet.
So I'm gonna move, please load, sir. Thank you. I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, and then I am going to turn towards Heal Slut. And I'm going to cast
Make a wisdom
my...
save.
Oh, fuck.
Because he has
dice is that?
sanctuary on him.
Which dice is that?
The D20. D10, 20 wisdom. So just roll
Did
20.
he cast
and
it on himself?
He did, a few turns ago.
Okay. Damn.
And then if you have a plus or anything.
She has +0.
Plus zero.
What'd you get?
Oh.
11? Nope. You can't attack him. You go up to strike, but a sudden wave of peace comes over you as you see his shimmering body and are unable to do much. Hey, I'm only gonna let Anduin do it to me so many times before I do it to you fuckers too. All right.
Such a good move, Justin.
All right. So I'm going to. Can't really go anywhere. So yeah, he's just gonna swing his freaking mace at Sylph.
Right in the butt, dude.
God!
Ah!
Could you hit once, bro? For shits and reels. All right. His freaking spirit weapon is now going to attack Sylph. I don't know why I gave it advantage.
Wow.
Drop the 5. It still missed, regardless.
I know.
Awesome. So 11 and 12 to do absolutely jack shit nothing against Silk. He tries to make a swing at you, but even though because you were prone, you're prone. I do have advantage on that first attack.
Okay.
You still missed though.
You still missed.
On the
Yeah,
first
good.
attack, my second attack with the thing I had advantage. Why did it give me double advantage? I'm gonna take the 2. I miss anyways. It doesn't fucking matter because I got a 13 with advantage and they both missed. So fuck me, right?
Oblivious.
You should have rolled in the dice tower.
Oh my god, man. Alright, so, yeah, that's a thing. He does nothing. He swings at you. His other mace spectral swings at you, does jack shit nothing, and he's crying to himself now. Sad that he can't touch
Quick.
himself because religion forbids it.
Quick
Means it's your
audible.
turn.
I'd
Quick.
shoot in his face.
Can I do a quick audible?
Go
Yes.
for it.
Before we make that roll, can I do a quick insight check to know if Sanctuary, or did we see him cast it?
Oh, he casted it in turn. Like, that was one of his turns earlier in fight.
So we know it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw him cast it as a thing.
Okay.
He's shimmery, right? Like that's
Yeah.
What, yeah.
He was
described
like,
it.
he casted Sanctuary and ran. You guys would have seen him do it.
Yeah.
Easy, it's your turn. Anyone who attacks him has to make a wisdom save to do it first.
Fucking rude.
For real.
Let's see. Oh man. I can kind of do that.
Do what? Go for it. You got one guy left.
Right?
I'm
Oh,
gonna
you got-
run up.
Save.
Here,
Window go.
5, 10, 15. Okay, I'm gonna use my ring and cast Burning Hands. And that's a save. It's not an attack.
Oh, you know what?
Because it's an area of effect.
It's
though.
not a single target spell on him, so I will give that. Yes.
But I'm gonna use my ring to not
So you don't hit
Silk.
Silk. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
That's a
So yeah,
13.
so save for Dex, right?
Yeah, 13.
Smart, Kalen, smart. He saved 17.
Well-
So he'll take half.
He's like, that was amazing, but fuck you.
So he'll take half.
Also,
That's his whole MO today.
Yeah.
give credit to Rome for this.
It said, sorry.
Well, you're
it
not
says-
supposed to spill that.
Oh, hey, we're looking at the team.
It says Sanctuary does not protect against area effects.
Yeah,
so,
that's
yeah, so-
that's the message that I sent Kaylin,
Okay.
Oh,
which is
yeah.
why I asked about the insight, because like I don't know if
If I can.
we would know that. Like I don't know.
But
Yeah, you
Anduin
got
can
caught.
cast that spell, right?
And yeah, so I didn't make you roll for it
anyway.
anyways. So yeah, just give me that damage roll then, man.
Clarification on all of this.
This is for play. This is for player knowledge. Like I would assume some of us would know it, but not everybody. I
Okay.
didn't know who, but as far as Sanctuary is concerned, it only affects if you are targeting him.
Single target spells and attacks.
So if you have an AoE, you can shoot the ground behind him, put him in the AoE blast, and you do not have to roll the save
Exactly.
because you're not specifically targeting him. But that is
Hence,
meta.
hand.
So we would have to figure out if we knew that or not. I mean,
I mean, Mesius would use Burning Hands regardless.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it on other- he just used it on a single target for the wolf. So I don't think he'd think about it. It'd just be something that he'd do.
and Burning Hands was a good option to that, but like a fireball into the ground would have been a little weird.
Yeah.
That's why I was.
Fireball.
Well,
So,
either way, you
give me
know what
that
I mean.
damage, bro. Because I saved it, but I'm still gonna take half.
Like we've also seen Anduin cast this spell, so like we have an idea of what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rolling my damage. It's not as good. It is
So I
1,
take
3.
3. All right, you burn the bottom of his robes, and you can see that his socks caught on fire.
I'm gonna shout, friends, what do you say we don't actually kill this one and we ask him questions?
Yeah, I like that.
Because we all turn and look at fucking this dude.
Roman, it's your turn.
Give him a stank eye.
Can we make that decision to stop combat and like
Yeah.
If he
Well,
agrees.
I wanna wrap
he
him up a little
agrees.
bit real quick.
So
You have
I
to
will.
talk to him
You
about
could
it.
intimidate him.
I'm gonna step over here. Be like, so, do you want to talk or die?
Charisma save. Or charisma roll. You can do persuasion.
Persuasion. I'm okay.
Persuasion to not die.
14.
14. That's pretty good.
I'm gonna make him roll. That passes. So he sees that he is severely outnumbered and the rest of his friends are dead. And upon this, he decides to call off his spirits around him and he drops his spiritual weapon as well. Falls to his knees and holds his hands up. Peacefully, with his head held down.
Silv, you should tie this man up.
I was way ahead of you, sir. And I start to wrap my whip. Wait, do I have a rope?
I think we all have ropes.
Everyone usually starts with a rope in their adventurer's pack.
Yeah? Okay, well then
If you don't, I do. I always keep rope.
If that's the case, I wrap him up and tie him in a little bow.
Alright.
I'm gonna walk towards them as this happens.
I'll stop concentrating on my enlarge, so they're normal again.
Shrink.
After
As I
he's tied
shrink-
up.
As I shrink from giant size to like normal size, I'm like, now why in the hell did you come towards us?
Because you guys had the fucking elf!
Now what does elf ever do to you?
This elf killed an entire complex of people that had nothing done wrong. It was just innocents that she murdered in cold blood.
I'm gonna
I'm
shh
fairly
and
certain-
use vicious mockery as he keeps yelling at us. Like, you best shut your mouth.
Tony hats! He starts slamming his head onto the ground.
Takes 4 damage.
Please, please stop! Stop!
Do you know
We're
this
just
to be
doing what the
fact?
bounty said. What?
If
Blue
you're
one?
just doing what the bounty said, how are you so invested in this story that they killed all these people?
It's $15,000 to do something good in the world. Why the fuck would I do that?
Because
How do you know it's
the
good?
person who posted the bounty slaughtered her family and most of her village.
Yeah,
She
well,
happened to
nothing
kill
about it.
them, and you
I
don't
feel a
know
little
that.
false news.
So you were attacking us and our friend, and you want us to be nice to you? You have showed us no such kindness.
I was just doing my
We
job.
have no mercy against
Doing your
people.
job is not an excuse for doing anything immoral or mean to other people.
Well, if you guys were taking on a bounty and you started to attack someone, would you just be nice about it?
We're letting you live, and you attacked us and our friends.
Oh, fair point. I see that.
I mean, and I only
It's always
stopped
an
because Mesius asked. I have no compunction of killing you.
You're welcome, by the way.
Thank you, no.
I mean,
Now tread lightly, Heal Slut.
I'm.
How are you gonna get out of this?
alright, we gotta talk about your names, Justin. But tread lightly, heel slut. Like, how do you keep a straight face and in roleplay with the heel slut? Like,
Obviously,
You
you're
could have kept everyone
cleric.
else alive.
he was the one administering the exam. We didn't want to kill him.
I guess at this point, I'm just kind of hoping that you guys don't kill me.
Why wouldn't we?
I was just, as I said, I'm just doing my job. I have no ill will towards you. I was just hired to hunt someone for 15,000 gold.
How do you plan on going back to your town completely empty-handed and without your entire crew? What are you going to tell your town?
Well, if they're bounty hunters, they really don't have one. It's
the life.
occupational hazard. But did you find a posted bounty, or were you handed a bounty?
I found a posted bounty, and then there's a guild headquarters in Frostkeep that has information about bounties and such that you can talk to.
Well, chances are, if they react like you, they're not going to want to talk.
Is this man a human?
Yes.
Damn it.
Well, they're something about the Bounty Guild is that they are very, very, I cannot stress this enough, neutral. They do not give two shits about any side as long as it makes them money, good or bad.
That sounds like me.
Fair enough. I was about to say we know
Yeah.
someone like that.
You'll probably get along just fine with them, sir.
No, I'll probably kill them all if they try to hurt my friend. But
Oh, they deal in information more than they deal in actual. They hire people, but they don't actually attack.
So if they hire people, can they stop hiring people?
Well, usually yes.
I would assume we would take that up with them.
Several people will sometimes take a bounty, but once someone turns it in, they send out ravens to call off the bounty to the rest, saying that's been completed. It can happen.
Now, what do you need to prove that you have this bounty?
It depends. Sometimes deaths can be a little brutal. An ear is like one of the most minimal things they'll usually take. Something that can identify in any way the person you're looking for.
What is your name, sir?
I am my name is Heath.
Heath?
Heath.
If the men that are finding the bounties are anything of what you and your crew are made of, my team will have no troubles carrying you limb from limb.
Apparently.
I don't think we need to worry about this bounty. I think we can continue on our way.
Any bounty should be a worry. That's more attention than I would like.
Part of the strongest bounty hunter group out here. I
So-
can tell you that now.
Whisper Nemesius and ask him if he can use an illusion on an object to fake the bounty so we could fake the bounty to say that he's dead.
I don't think I'm holding on to it, but can I summon the whole thing from memory?
I would say you can produce the bounty waiver. Yeah, I would say you'd be able to produce
I'm gonna
that.
walk
So
up
we have
and
the
just
paper still?
sit.
You
and
ripped
then-
it in half.
Oh yeah, that's right. Z.
But can I
Yeah,
just
sure.
replace it from memory?
We can probably find one of them on a corpse.
Yeah, there's plenty of those bounties out on the walls. You get in the Frost Keep, you take a left in the first main area, you're gonna see just an entire wall decorated with bounties.
I'm sure there's one of those posters on your friends.
If his body over there, the one you burned and chopped up into little fucking ribbons.
How's your head feeling, sir?
My head,
Yes.
not great.
Yeah, then maybe you should stop the attitude. What do we do with him?
You let me go!
You have healing powers, yes?
I do.
We will let you live. Heal our wounds first.
You have to let him live?
Just.
Can we leave him tied to a tree?
Android.
I can't heal you if my hands are tied behind my back.
Android.
How about we let him heal us and then we tie him to a tree? Technically
That'll-
letting you live.
The winds are picking up. The storm is coming in. I'll be caught in the blizzard. That's sure as hell killing me enough.
You know, Saphira, you have a really good point. He will technically be alive.
We did no harm if he...
The option is yours, cleric.
got left here.
I will survive if I heal you.
Yes.
That's the deal.
Ugh.
Do I have word of all of your party?
You have
Yes.
word that you will survive us leaving. Whether or not you survive the blizzard, we cannot promise.
He just goes like this.
Very well.
Fine.
Very well.
I'm gonna walk
Untie
away.
me. Untie me, I will heal you.
Alright, I untie.
He stretches out his hands. Ugh. Fucking ropes hurt.
I'm gonna place a firm grip on his neck. And say, don't try it. Don't try to run.
Cleric, I am surrounded by 6 people. I am by myself and very injured. If I ran into the wilderness right now, I'd probably die regardless of what you did.
True.
That is true.
And he goes around, he grabs Anduin, not aggressively, just puts his hands on his hand, and Anduin can see the healing magic flow into him. And he goes around piece by piece, healing all of you to full health.
Now my game got ruined.
There, are you guys okay with this?
I'm okay with this. At
Thank
that
you,
moment,
Heath.
I take him and I tie him to a tree, then one next to the broken log right there,
Sylph,
right in the open.
we borrow you from
what?
it.
What? You said I would survive!
I said you would survive us, not a blizzard.
That's not... You may say I'm the worst, but you guys are true evil. All I do is my
I'm a
job.
neutral evil.
We're just
Hold on.
being neutral.
We pick our battles.
I'm gonna warm up his shoes with prestidigitation and be like, enjoy your last hours.
Fuck you! And he spits at your feet.
Oh.
You're making it
Oh, you guys
kind of
really know.
hard. Like, I'm not normally one to let anybody live. Let alone
No,
one
I'm
who's
just
been
letting
very...
you live. I'm tied to a fallen log in the middle of a blizzard.
Shut your mouth.
Fast and easy if you just
Rome, I
killed me
think he
now.
deserves a torturous death.
Fucking kill me if you're gonna leave me here.
Well, you know, I actually planned on trying to talk them into letting you go, thinking you might have actually given us a good word back in town. But, apparently I was stupid. You can fucking rot.
Fuck you. Fucking filthy animal.
Farewell.
Frost
Herbert.
people eat you alive.
What's your name? Herbert?
Fuck you.
Henry?
As he's cussing in the distance and we walk away and be like, I'll see your mom in Frostkeep. And he's gonna take an extra damage from Vicious Mockery.
You deserve a drink for that.
You guys start to walk
Oh my
away,
God.
and you hear his cusses and his curses and his anger slowly die out as the blizzard picks up and just engulfs him as he fades away.
Well, that is why I sent you, like, I was like, hey, let me talk to you for a second. And then Justin, heel slut, kind of sealed his own
I
fate.
still feel bad.
So I'm
You
still
do not
trying
feel
to
bad.
fake Z's death. I think that if we can fake her bounty, one, we'd get money, which I like money, and I know you like money too, Rome. But two,
I'm not
we can get the
entirely
drone
opposed
above
to
our
finding a random elf and taking an ear. We can probably
Well,
compensate them.
I
on-
know either
Here
for fake
has
Z.
Alex
actually
pipes
a
up.
pretty solid
Guys,
plan.
I was kind of okay with killing the person who tried to kill us, but I'm not sure if I'm okay with us finding a random elf and killing them.
No, I didn't say cut them. A couple thousand gold for an ear. Seems fitting. We turn it in.
I mean, I
Okay,
guess if you can
offer.
pay them money and they're okay with it.
I have no problem paying them half or all of that bounty if it removes it from Z.
Yeah.
Pretty good
I
to
guess
me.
that makes fair point.
I mean, it's an ear. That would kind of suck.
You can still hear without the out parts of your ear.
I mean,
Yeah, but as an elf, if you're running through the trees and you're missing an ear, does that throw off
did
the
we
the
fight
balance?
any elves
Like,
previously?
do you lean
Kill any
slightly?
elves from that past fight? No.
Those seem like things we would have to ask Z, but she seems we run off, so we're not gonna.
I think Z is tired of this bounty on her head, and I think we should do anything. And I do mean anything to get it off.
I can illusion our way to victory.
Can you illusion a rock to look like Z's head? But the problem is,
No. An
once
elf,
you stop your concentration.
I feel like if we had an elf's head or something, I could minor illusion the appearance of Z, and we could find perhaps a potion or something with which we could poison the council or whoever determines this, and we could fool them and reap the rewards.
That might be a. Well, if we're gonna do that, we might want to talk to the bounty guild branch that's in Frostkeep. They might know what the best way to handle that,
We
or
should-
to get rid of the bounty.
We should research this guild and find a way in Rome. That sounds like something.
killing people for money.
No, investigation. Investigation.
That too, but
I could do that too, I guess.
Therefore, we reap the gold without killing anyone.
Rome, if we go... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mucius.
That's okay. I was just going to say, without killing anyone.
Rome, if we go in as a team, I can charm their asses, and you can prove that we're bounty hunters, and we can get this hired for this bounty. We can
Provide
trick
the
them.
head.
Well, I don't know if they need to necessarily hire us for the bounty. We just have to prove that we fulfilled the contract.
Seems like
Which, if it's
anybody could
posted
do
on
this.
any wall,
Anything. Quick. Does anyone remember anything descriptive they said off of the bounty?
she's
Maybe
an
once we
elf,
get into town, we
has
can find the
ears,
bounty
and a
again.
bow.
Yes, it was the bow. I remember.
Did it describe her bow?
No,
It was an
just said
elvish
a-
bow.
I think
that-
so.
I don't even know if the bow was described. It just said she was a ranger.
It was
Which
a
Yeah,
the
red
bow
so
is
we
tail
kind
know
of-
that
with a
she
bow.
won't get rid of her bow.
Well, maybe we can find a bow, and then, like as Mucius said, or as Rome said, we can ask for a donation from an elf. I know there are several that live in Frostkeep that have mingled with the humans.
How do we know that these elves, whoever we pay off, aren't going to talk?
The elves in Frostkeep are not living in the best of situations, and if you give them money, and you tell them not to tell anyone, they probably will not, as they do not want to lose their money.
Say we head to Frostkeep. I think this is a solid plan.
Is
I
that where the
agree.
guild is located?
Well, that's where the branch is located. All the main guilds are located in Sayel over in the Gulf, but
That sounds
most
far.
it is a quite another long journey. But most of the there are some branches of guilds, the Bounty and the Merchant mainly, that have a branch in each different main city.
If we fulfill the thing here, will it clear it everywhere else? Clear her
Yeah.
name?
Once a bounty is turned in, regardless of what branch is it at, they send out a raven to the other branches and then out to all the bounty hunters that have taken.
It shall be done.
Do you possibly know how the bounties are claimed? Are they claimed per office? Or
Well-
could I essentially sneak in there and say that the bounty was fulfilled, send out the ravens and get it canceled without having to worry about that?
Oh. I mean, it would be very difficult. They're very well guarded, but as long as you can make the books say that the bounty has been claimed and you send a raven out to the main with the correct information, it should be fine. That might actually be able to end it.
I like
Do you-
this plan.
That might be an option too.
Do you think
would
we
be
could
more simple
charm one
about
of the guilds to make sure, or just torture him enough to make sure that he gets our correct wording in?
I would highly suggest that you do not fight any of the guilds.
Why? Why? You seem concerned, Alex.
I
The
wouldn't
guilds
fight it. They're
are
huge.
essentially parts of another country. The Sayel is a huge hub of trade and power, and if you anger them, you pretty much have the entirety of Revencia just coming at you for your heads.
I see.
What I was
Okay.
told
Well.
of my history, guilds are not something to be trifled with.
No, if
They
the
will
only time,
move dimensions and universes to get what they want.
the only safe way to even stand a chance against a guild is to have another guild behind you.
Yeah, I don't plan on that. But if I can get through a wall, I'm quite sneaky, and I'm great at forging stuff.
Just don't get caught.
BJ
If-
pipes up. Well, with the illusion and Rome's sneak ability, and perhaps Saphira's charm if needed,
Or
I don't see any
darkness?
reason we wouldn't get in. All we're looking for is to do the bounty, right? At 15,000 gold is nothing to scoff at. Kingdoms were founded on less.
Well, then we should found a kingdom, because I've managed to acquire quite a bit while in this
Easy.
group.
How much do you think a kingdom takes to run?
Oh, 10,000?
No.
I mean,
Well, you know, he comes from a very small people.
everything is given to you naturally. We didn't need much material items to purchase our homes. We built what was in nature.
Alex
well-
just kind of pats your head for a second. That's not how it works.
We will live in nature.
Alex, how well do you know these offices?
How do I know these offices?
How well do you know
Oh,
them?
how well. I have never been to the office in Frostkeep. I can only imagine to be somewhat similar to the one that's in West Haven, but I can't give you a preordained map or knowledge of what this might look like going into it.
If we go with this plan, we must do recon.
And in the offices of West Haven, how many people are typically in the building?
Usually they'll have 2 guards at the front door. Then they have a person behind the counter that's like the liaison, takes care of the badges, all that. And then usually in the back, it can be anywhere from 5 to 10 different people, depending on how busy it is and how many bounties are out, that are sending out ravens or making sure the right people get contact with information.
Now, since you're royalty in West Haven, and you would probably know the protocols for this, what would happen if a bounty put an arrow in the door while the
What do
guards
you-
were still standing there? What if there was an assault on the bounty office? How many people would still be in it? Is there a protocol for them running? Would they all go after the bounty?
At first, the 2 guards would come out, but the people inside, they do have a little bit of defense ability themselves, and they would contact the castle. Part of the treaty for having them there is that the castle, if they are attacked, needs to help defend them.
I'm wondering if we could hit a wall and maybe, unless Z wakes up soon or comes back or whatever she's doing, we could put her bounty on an arrow, launch an arrow into the door as a distraction to make them think she's in town and attacking. And if they flee, I may be able to sneak in and send everything out.
But what if they
before
send a
get back.
distress signal in response?
It would still have to be a raven.
Well, again, like I said,
They have sending stones in the office that have direct contact to the kingdom.
Okay, that's kind of why I was asking.
Yeah, an attack. I would. You still.
I'm trying to figure out a distraction.
Distractions are possible. The gods. Well, if anything like the gods in West Haven, they probably like a healthy drink.
We're good at drinking.
So Vera,
Our
this
cleeric
sounds like
is
a
good at
charming
drinking.
opportunity.
Our
I would
sorcerers are good at
love-
drinking.
Love to drink with some men. Charm their asses off.
It's a very fair way
Rome.
to distract them.
Rome, I will drink with these bounty hunters until they fall over. I can take a lot more than they can. Let me tell you.
I
And you
have
sneak in the
no
back
doubt you
and send
speak
a
the
raven.
truth.
Huh?
I said I have no doubt you speak the truth.
That actually sounds like
Um,
a pretty good idea.
Are
I
you looking
will.
to steal the gold? Bro, what is the plan again?
Well, I mean, if there's shiny stuff in their office, chances are it'll go in the bag.
Can you escape easily with that much gold?
Fairly easily.
I mean,
that's
you
a
could
bad
have-
I did shove a ruby the size of myself when we were tiny into my bag of holding.
That's right.
He has a
that's right.
never-ending bag of holding.
It's not quite never ending. It doesn't like
It's-
bodies.
I suppose
Quite
there's no
much.
need for the elf then.
No, she does not need to follow us. But I would probably need some backup.
I mean, like a fake elf, like one that we killed.
Oh
I
no!
thought
I'd
we were
say
trying
that's
to
our
avoid
backup
that.
plan.
If all else fails,
As all else fails, we may be able to find an elf in the low quarter and pay for an ear. I will not take a life to settle a debt.
nay.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I mean,
Now we-
mouthy clerics is one thing, but innocent people is completely different.
Yeah, I'm not for.
But you know, if we're paying them, I'm sure they're fine. So like,
Before we leave.
backup.
Since we've just kind of been walking and talking, shouldn't we look for loot? I mean, we just kill a bunch of people.
Oh my god, we just.
you guys left
all
that
the loot.
entire thing.
And I'm like
just
sitting
thrown
there
out.
staring at the screen going, I don't think we looted anything.
Can I percept hear if the guy's still screaming though?
You guys have been walking this entire time, and with the blizzard,
Oh.
that cuts off sound a lot.
Alright.
So it's covered. It's done.
Yep.
You
No
guys, as you're walking and talking, you're starting to see the gates of the frost keep appear in the distance.
Oh shit, this was really close to town.
Y'all, do you see that? We're
Should
here.
we camp out and rest before we go? I know.
I mean, they're expecting me.
Yeah, we should go into town.
I agree.
Probably wash our clothes. and
If
I
we're-
think Frostkeep would be the safest place for us to be.
Definitely.
Mesius, any bloodstains, can you
Take care of
magically remove them before we come through town?
that. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
clean
probably have
everybody.
it covered in blood at this point.
Clean everybody up.
I mean, we
Even their
definitely need a
hair.
rest before we do any type of heist.
Oh, once we get up, we can go talk to the king, and he should be able to give us a beds, and we can talk about this heist all tomorrow.
Do we
That
really
would
need
be
to
a big huge
walk Z into the king's?
I think she'll follow us.
Well, I mean more for the guard's sake.
I
If
don't
their
think
guard's
inside,
down on their luck.
I don't think inside Frostkeep it's going to be the biggest issue. I would still have a hood pulled over,
I
but
can
they're
make
not
a
as,
bearded.
they're not as hungry for money as they are in Drake's Fort.
Not all people hunt bounties for money.
That's true. Probably better safe than sorry.
Elf racists.
I would keep her hidden.
Yes, Mesius, if you can, please. Well, okay, I don't know if you can concentrate on that many.
They last a minute, so I would just have to be constantly like under my breath while we're exposed in public. I'd be casting minor illusion over and over.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna disguise ourselves as best as we can and make our way to the king.
Well, make your way to the
Castle
gate.
door.
gate.
Yeah.
Gate, yeah.
All right, so that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys start to approach this massive, massive structure. If I had to give you a quick, easy description, imagine Helm's Deep. It's like
It's actually really stupid as I was thinking that.
it's like the different layers that kind of go up into the mountainside.
Fuck.
So as you come up, you see this massive gate that just towers over you entirely. Up on it, you can see different ballistas just sitting across the entire wall, just pointed down, and manning each one is a guard, just sitting, waiting, and watching as you approach. You get up to the massive gate, and there is a singular guard waiting in front, who watches you approach and calls out, "Hello, travelers."
Good morrow, sir. How's your day going?
Pretty good. How about you guys?
We're doing all right. We were waylaid by some bandits. We're a little wary.
Oh,
like
yes.
to just-
Coming from Drake's Fort?
Yes.
Drake's Fort's got a little bandit problem. Some people just are a little bit ruffian.
Huh,
You guys seem
you're
to make it
telling
so
us.
fine.
We actually have a get a little closer and lean in room. We have a VIP for the king, so I don't want to be too loud.
You do? Are you the travelers from West Haven?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. I will let the king know very well. Open the gates! He calls out, and the gates, you hear a huge grinding as you can see the gate gears and the winches turning as they swing open in front of you. Where is it?
As we walk by him a little, Mick, we've been attacked by assassins and bandits. Is there any possibility we could get a 2-man escort or anything up to the castle gates?
Oh, certainly, sir.
Thank
And
you,
he
sir.
calls out, "Peter, Phil, I want you guys to follow them. Make sure nothing happens. This is a very important guest." They go straight to King Asden. No one stops you. You guys shall be safe with Pete and Phil.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
You too. Be careful, and thank you so much.
For the king.
For the king.
Pete,
And he
Pete,
bows his head.
Pete, what's up? It's Mesius.
Hello. You're a funny little fella, aren't you?
Yeah,
He's
that's
drunk
what they call
most
me.
days.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, little one?
Oh, they call me fun. It's okay.
You're fun?
Yeah, I'm fun.
Well, you're fun-sized.
Yo, no, you're Phil and Pete. That's PP. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, PP.
We just got here. Tell me about the cool.
Okay.
Is there any taverns here?
We do. We got a good one out in the middle quarter. The middle quarter is like where most of the people live. It's the average, the commoners, not nobles, but it's not the lower quarter, which I highly suggest you friends stay out of. It's a little rough over there. But the tavern itself, the Snowflake, is a beautiful establishment.
Does it have any good food? Maybe some pastries.
Oh, definitely. We have some of the
Akira.
best pastries you will find in the,
The best
entire,
pastries.
in the entirety of Provincia.
No, my mother has the best pastries.
No!
I must try these, Pete or Phil. I don't know who you are, but one of you, tell me, where are these pastries?
Well, as you can see, and he gestures as you guys start walking into the main of the city. We're pretty set up in a very organized fashion. We have our main road right here down the center. A lot of residential streets that kind of hang out through here. If you keep going down to the east and you follow through that gate that you see, that's where you'll come to the guild section, and you'll find the Bounty Guild, the Merchants Guild, and the Armory Guild. And then towards the other side, that gate is the lower quarter. That's where the less than commoners live. In
What do you
front
mean
of us,
less than commoners, sir?
Yeah,
I mean, like, not
So-
common at all.
that's a strange way of putting it.
servants, slaves, people who aren't
Slaves?
necessarily.
You have slaves here?
Well, we don't.
It's a pretty common thing around
Yeah,
here.
we don't fully judge. There's been slaves in everywhere we've passed through.
I'm feeling judgy now.
We don't take random people as slaves. We take war criminals and people we've captured. It's
Oh, well, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
they deserve this. They've done horrible things. That's why I say stay out. It's criminals and scum that live in there.
Fuck those guys.
We have to keep them somewhere, otherwise they'd be all out and about, and it's just not. It's not safe.
So the pastries for Mesius.
Yeah, wait, where did you say the pastry?
The Snowflake Inn. That's right in front of the gate into the castle quarter. It's just to the right of it. It's got plenty of lovely pastries. They've got meat pies and fruit pies and creme de la creme. Oh, such a tasty.
They
I have a
very
friend that would
pleased.
enjoy the.
It's like a sugar milk custardy type thing. So delicious.
This snowflake name, is it a euphemism for powdered sugar?
No, we're covered in snow.
Oh, or perhaps
Like
illicit drugs? Perhaps.
No, in the middle of summer, we still have snow covering our entire area. It's
Are you sure?
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and like whap Mesius in the ass just to get him moving.
What in the heck?
I am a
Flying
god.
these smalls?
I thought we were walking around this whole time. I thought we were walking.
We are walking. This is more of a shut the fuck up and keep walking.
Oh,
little sir, we are gods, and you are in front of the princess of Westhaven, and why would you
He's-
ever think that I would do drugs or talk about drugs in front of royalty as
He
such?
has been hit way too many times in the head. More times than we can count on the way here protecting the princess. Mesius, you forget your place.
sir, I will have you know my intelligence is not that to be disbanded by. I do things that may be illicit. However, I hold the highest regard for the princess in my mission, and I hold a firm grasp on it at all times. I was simply prying. Good day.
Understandable, and he goes to shake your hand. And he shakes your hand, and then as you come away, Mesius, you notice there is a paper in your hand.
I'm gonna like keep walking and just like look at it like I'm looking at my phone in class. You know what I mean? Like under the desk. Look, check it out. What does it say?
Just a little
It
glance.
says on the back in a quickly scrawled note, midnight behind Snowflake.
It's fucking drugs, guys. Okay.
Look at drugs, guys.
You got that white snow.
Swear to God, if we end up with a gnome with a coke habit, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody.
He already has a book habit. You
I
think we can
know.
deal with him having a
I would-
coke habit?
Can't keep him from touching shit. Now he's gonna be snorting it too.
This is literally what I just imagined.
These are some great curses.
I just like, Mesius, it is I.
Oh my god.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
Oh my
Morgan.
God.
Shrill bomb this!
I brought up.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Oh my.
Are you
God.
That was headphone death. What the
I can't.
fuck was that
That
noise?
killed her. That killed her weird. Gnarly.
Oh
Hilarious.
Shit.
my god.
Oh god, where the fuck were we? Okay,
I don't
yeah.
know.
The fucking
What is that?
I'm sorry,
You
guys.
just
My
handed you a
god,
drug
you
note.
sounded like a scanner from the horror movie from like the 80s. Like,
Huh.
Fuck. Okay. So.
Alright, so you guys are walking into the castle area now. As you walk by, he gestures, that's the Snowflake Inn right there. You guys won't need to stay there, though, because I'm sure King Asden will have plenty of rooms for you to stay. And honestly, we should probably get Alex to him as soon as possible. It's the safest place to be.
Alright, I walk closely next to Alex as I guide her as we walk towards that safety.
You guys continue on through to the main castle, and you are greeted by a large structure that, as beautiful as the city surrounding the castle was, this just puts it to shame. It seems to almost be built into the wall of the mountain itself. Not really made with stones, but just kind of shaped out of the actual mountain side. The doors are massive, solid oak with gold and platinum inlays around it. And the knockers and different ornate symbols you see on it are some of the most beautiful you've ever seen. Obviously, this was made not only to be a very defensive position, but to impress people.
I elbow Rome and go, look, so much shine.
we can steal it later.
This is the
Not
most
after the
expensive
battle,
door in the
Buffy.
entirety of Provincia.
Not yet.
Are you guys ready to see the king?
Let
Very
us
ready.
fetch on.
I nudge Alex and like, are you ready, honey?
It's about time. It's been long enough. I think I'm ready to calm down for a moment and stop running across the side of the country.
You'll miss us, though.
Mesius
Oh, I
triple
certainly
checks.
will.
Everyone's clean and ready to look presentable.
All right. And onward. You are led up and through the castle. You see different guards and servants bustling about. It does seem quite busy inside, and you can see very many important people running to and fro. But as you walk, you can tell that everyone in the castle recognizes Alex, and they split open to let you pass through. You go all the way and are led up into the main audience chamber, where another set of ornate doors await and open up. At the end of the hallway, as they open, you see a huge throne inlaid with gold and red velvet. Upon it, a very tall and very strong-looking man. He has a very thick jaw and curly brown hair. He looks up to see, and his eyes just glow with excitement. Princess Alex, you're here! And that's where we shall end it for tonight.
Nice.
And in case I didn't say it, I need all my friends for today to go ahead and level up.
Yeah.
Because you guys got... Let
You
me
did
tell you
not
how
say
much you
that.
actually get.
Yeah.
Oh god, we have to do math? Oh wait, no, D&D Beyond will do that for us.
No, yeah, they do it for you. I just gotta find out how much. Where the fuck did I put it? God, I named them all and I forget what I named them.
Alright, so before we're doing experience shit, so you guys, you're amazing. I absolutely love how much this is changing constantly. Like,
Yeah.
it is a constant for us. We interact better, we roleplay better. I mean, we have our moments, and they're, oh my god, what the fuck was that noise? Like, seriously. But,
That
Is that about me?
yes,
That was a moment.
you made my eyeballs hurt with that noise.
It was.
At least I wasn't on the floor.
hilarious.
But we do great. I love it, and I look up and JJ, no matter what, when somebody does something, he's like, dude, yeah, like quietly. And like we got RJ,
Yeah.
like dude, you're
Yeah.
fucking
Thank
amazing.
you,
You
man.
stay with us all the time.
RJ, we are
support.
blessed to have
You-
you.
Dude,
You
said
put
500
in-
Yeah.
stars, dude. 500 stars, dude.
Oh, he's been bless you.
Oh
He's
my
been
God.
rocking us
I
all
can't
night.
even keep up. Yeah.
I can't. Every nat 1, every nat 20, like we get 10 stars for nat 1s, 20s for nat
Thank you, my
20s.
dude.
Like when we
RJ,
role
you're
play
an-
gate, he's amazing. I love the fact I didn't mention it last time. RJ's a mod. I made him a mod for our channel. He is now.
RJ is
Oh,
the
okay,
shit,
you
man.
did
I was
Dirty
just
that,
about
bro.
to say he's an honorary Obliviously Adventurous
No,
member.
he is part
and
of
now
us.
he is.
Yeah.
RJ, you are one of us.
He's a mod. He's
Yes.
on
One
the
of
joke.
us.
I mean, he hangs out. He plays on Witcher Wednesdays. Like his character is amazing. He loves to roleplay. They're not quite as refined as we're getting to be. Like they haven't done it as long, so he watches us and learns and gets better from it. And he's there every day to support us that we're on doing this. And we love you, dude. You're amazing.
Thank you.
We
And
got
thanks to Anthony too, because he's
Yeah,
the
dude.
head up
Yeah.
there.
we got
Yes.
Anthony
Yes.
tonight.
Like a real group
Shout out
around
to
the table.
everybody.
Anthony
Oh,
is
yeah.
he's a new follower as of tonight, dude. Thank you, sir.
Fuck yeah!
Thank
You were
you.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, you just.
Well,
And I will
Dude.
say
Yeah.
that anybody who has watched us for any extended period of time, or who has gone back in our podcast and listened to the first of us back when Valk
Yeah.
was a thing,
Oh, bro.
all of us
I
have.
honestly, I low-key
Wait,
miss
we don't
Valk. I so miss Valk.
I miss Valk. All of
We all
us
do.
have grown so much
Cool.
exponentially as characters. I mean, I still ask dumb questions every single stream.
They're
I
not
like
dumb
it.
questions though, because you learn from them and you play better the next time. It's never.
mean, people-
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
And people
I-
that don't play can learn from,
Yeah, like
questions.
RJ's here
Yeah.
to learn
That's
stuff.
the point. Like RJ and people out there who are just starting to play, the fact that you can learn from us while we're learning, I'm so grateful for that.
Oh yeah, it's super helpful.
I mean,
Fun.
we've hit kind of what we wanted. Like we weren't hoping to have that high, but like we always came into this wanting to be somebody that teaches and has
Yeah.
fun doing it. Like this was RJ's kind of essentially made us hit our goal.
Yeah, man.
Like we
Truly.
wanted to be that group that came into it, learned how to do it, have fun doing it.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys have surpassed anything I could have ever taught you coming into this. Like, JJ, you shake your face like you've dropped Oscar-worthy performances, brother.
It was one time. It was one time.
No, it's
One
every
time.
fucking
There
game,
was the
dude.
bartender sexual.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
oh,
was
oh!
everyone under
No,
the
no, no!
moonlight.
You actually lost that poll.
Fuck!
I went back on look on it, and it is now more sexually charged than not sexually charged.
Y'all are
You lost that poll.
Y'all too horny.
Y'all are
too horny.
thirsty.
Oh, just horny people.
But yeah,
Ridiculous.
Oh
I'm gonna
my
look at
god.
that.
Cheers.
Final
Cheers
percentages.
to us growing.
Yeah.
oh,
My
definitely.
drink's empty.
Cheers. Yeah, but like we've so
Yeah.
many.
Cheers to our followers.
Hard out of hard
There,
cut card.
there was wine in this bottle tonight.
Oh,
when
God.
I
Yeah,
started.
There
there
was.
was.
I
This
got
There
it,
was
is-
I
like
got
what?
it.
Oh, more than half a bottle.
This is
Yeah,
all
but,
that's
like,
left.
I was
5:30
silently
tomorrow.
giggling because I saw like you had the glass set down and the wine was still like over your screen. Like it was like
Yeah.
look how barely you can see the top of his
It was,
glass.
like,
And
right
yeah,
here.
exactly. I was like this motherfucker.
I know. I
This
even
motherfucker.
messaged him. I'm like, do you have enough wine?
Well, like I'm not gonna leave like that much in the bottle. I'm just gonna keep pouring, and it's a little bit wider than a glass. So.
Do we have a problem?
Oh well,
So
no. These things are amazing. They're dollar store glasses. They'll take a half a bottle. Like
Damn.
to here is a half a bottle.
Damn.
It's
Oh,
ridiculous.
we should stop recording. Right?
Panda, what's that XP?
Oh, Anthony, you're,
$1,000.
We got
you're
1,000.
Anthony, you're coming in from Mixer.
822.
I think Anthony's actually coming in from Mixer.
1,822 added?
I feel like
I
apparently
heard about
Mixer's
Mixer
closing down,
down.
and we're more of a group than Twitch. That's
Wait,
fucking
oh, I
awesome.
can't- oh,
Thank you,
God.
Anthony.
More
That
of
means a
a group
lot.
than what?
He said on the Facebook, Anthony was like he looked up D&D on Facebook gaming because apparently Mixer is starting to close down.
Yeah.
No,
and
Mixer's
he-
done. Mixer
Oh
has
shit!
It is-
Mixer has partnered with Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All the viewers are coming over here, bro. We gotta...
And so yeah, he said, and he feels like this group has more.
Nice.
He likes the feel of this group more than most of the groups he finds on Twitch.
Thanks, man.
Oh.
So
It helps that we're
Fucking
all
down,
like
dude.
family. to be
The
honest.
Twitch.
Yeah,
I
we
mean-
all know each other and hang out in real life, so
Yeah.
It's true.
it makes a difference.
Well, we haven't hung out in months, and I seriously miss you guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know, man. We miss you
But-
too.
Coronavirus.
That's not all
Yeah.
Corona.
Up.
Let's be fair. Most of us are lazy. We're working.
Oh,
I'm-
Good one.
That
Totally
sounds bad.
frozen, looking like a jackass.
you look great.
He goes, "Bleh."
You look great. So wait, I admit, Justin, say experience again. I missed you. 'Cause you got
You
out
should
of,
have 6,822 experience total.
so we
Total.
added 1,000. Okay.
Yeah.
So for you, so literally, Jay, if you just add 1,000, you're
Yeah,
solid.
got you. Perfect.
Everyone got 1,000 off that last fight.
Okay, perfect.
So
wow, that's awesome.
6,800 and what?
6,822 puts you guys a few hundred into level 5.
Guys, I'm so excited. Next level, I get my hounds.
We just leveled up.
Your
We're
hounds.
level 5.
You have your hounds. We
At
just
6.
leveled.
No, at 6.
Oh.
6.
Sorcerer thing is at 6. Because you get it
Dude.
3 and 6 are your two like big things that you get.
You're boner.
Yeah.
You're
Hey,
a bum.
hey.
RJ,
Shut
dude, you can
Shut
totally
up.
you can
Sorry.
totally speak from experience because you were one of your group who goes out of their way to RP, and Diggy can back me up on this because he's in Witcher with you.
100%.
Like, dude, you put your fucking all into your character.
I love it.
You are exactly what you need to be a great D&D player.
Straight up.
Fuck
Like, as long as you have the heart to jump into your character, like, you have developed it as your backstory, that is your life, like, you bleed your character, everything else comes in time, dude. It's all practice. Like, it's
true.
comfortability, it's getting used to your group. Other than that, like, dude, you're set. I'd be honored in a fucking heartbeat to have you playing a game with us. Like,
Dude.
yeah.
And
No
we're gonna have more
questions.
shows.
I'm getting
coming up.
emotional.
We're gonna have more
we're gonna
shows
make Mug
before
cry.
then.
Alright, so we pound drinks and we make Mug cry? Is that how that works? I am
Wow.
frozen again. What the
I
fuck?
cry at things that aren't real life.
Oh, we
Yeah,
all
if
know that.
anybody's seen me watch
This is
Coco,
real life for
Kaylin,
us.
you've seen it.
Oh
This
my
is
god,
real
that's not
life.
fair though. That is not fair though. Not even slightly.
Coco destroys you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crying at any animated. No, that's not fair.
Anything
That's like
Disney, let's be
I
honest.
cried
they
it
can
up.
really tug
Like
at your
really.
heartstrings.
Genuinely, this is the highlight of my week every week. Even if I have a fucking fantastic week, I'm always so excited to see all you guys. And also
Oh, yeah.
the comments from our
Nice.
watchers, whether it's Kat or RJ or anybody, like, I love, if you guys ever see me looking like this, it's because I'm looking at my phone and I'm laughing at all you guys.
Oh, dude,
Yes.
RJ's like all of it. Anthony, do you run live groups? How long have you been playing, man? Because if he's an Australia watcher, like
Yeah.
you're getting us pretty early, man.
In
Guys,
Australia, you can say
That is
I
an
love you all.
interesting way to start the day.
I love you all, but I gotta get up hella early tomorrow.
No worries. Peace
Yeah.
out, Caitlin.
Bye, Kaylin.
Everyone in
Protein.
chat,
Bye, Kaylin.
love you. Goodbye, new followers
Uh,
and friends.
give your give your wife love. Let's see if she's
Oh, I will.
Feels better.
well, no, if
No,
she's
you
got a
know,
headache, bro, there's no
migraine.
winking.
If she's got a,
I got
it's gonna be
it.
that porn that you don't have.
yeah, no porn.
I gotta be the nice guy. Nice guy. Okay.
Go for it.
Love you all. Good night. Talk
Bye
to y'all later.
bye.
Bye.
Peace out, man.
Get his eye.
Yeah.
And he hung up. That's almost bad as like the Avengers Assemble bullshit.
Adventures Assemble.
That pissed me off for so many years.
What
So
about
many years.
What about the Destiny? What about the light shall burn you?
Well, no.
That's
Avengers.
actually like a coined one. That's
He
not even
he
mine.
went. It is I, and then he cut off his video. If you know anything about Avengers, like they're huge with Avengers Assemble, but they
And then
didn't
they
say
got-
it until the very last movie.
Mm,
They would joke
Yeah.
at it. They'd be like Avengers, and then they go to credit.
you're like,
Like you motherfuckers.
Okay, so it's 3:30 in Australia right now, so it's not. It's
Yeah,
not horror, it's
he
not,
said.
it's like
He's actually a 5e new player too. So these guys, I'm the old one, so I've actually been doing this for a while, on and off. They're all new with 5e too, and
Yeah.
We
have
started last
surpassed
year, right?
anything. Like, oh my god.
we started last year in Pyrefell, right?
Yeah, we started
Yeah.
in November, I think you guys
We
said your
started
first episode
Valk in
was.
December.
No,
Yeah,
Valk
we
was
s-
in January.
We tried starting up everything right around the holidays, and then everyone was
That was
gone around
dumb.
the holidays.
Yeah.
I remember that.
You're a 5e
Oh.
DM.
Fuck
Nice.
yeah, man.
The porn comment was clipped.
I hope I live up to it.
He's
I remember
my
my
gosh.
first role-playing game. I played a Robotech role-playing game for any anime
Robotech
out
with your
there.
dad. Robotech
Yes, I
with your
did.
dad.
Remember Robotech.
I did do
Dude, he's
Robotech
still trying to
really
get me
well.
to play.
Yeah. And it was fun, but there wasn't as much, it was all my dad's friends. All my,
Yeah.
like, extended uncles and shit. It
Right.
wasn't
playing
nearly
with
as fun
Aaron.
as this group. No offense, anybody out there watching, I love you all.
You're like, you're just my
It's
dad's
just
friend.
different. It's just different. I can get into these characters more because, like, I love Robotech, but each season it's different.
Well, yeah,
Right.
being a pilot of something that you're control, like that's not the same as being your character.
Yeah.
No.
Like you put a lot of yourself into Saphira.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Like it is a lot of you. I mean, there's not a huge there's a lot of me in Rome.
yeah,
There really is a
Don't
lot of
even
me in
deny
Rome.
that.
I can't even like, especially even the shiny-itis. Like I terribly
Shiny-itis.
have shiny-itis.
Shiny-itis. I need shiny.
It was a
I feel
thing
like
for a
with-
long fucking time. Like I would wipe raid parties because I would see a collectible shiny in a corner. Like I truly have shiny. I would jump off flying mounts and fall to my death because there was a shiny in EverQuest.
Damn.
Like I
I
have
feel like
shiny-itis.
what?
I said I definitely have shiny-itis. So
Oh yeah.
He's not even faking when he's playing
Nope.
Rome as a shiny-itis person. That's literally what he is.
I feel like the best way for anybody still watching to get into your character is to have at least one trait that you have, especially if you're new. Like for Maeve,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
a curious motherfucker. I'm Curious George. So for Maeve, I was like, I'm gonna walk into every door first thing, you
Oh
know?
yeah.
And then for Saphira, all of my bitchy qualities that I kind of hone in at my job and shit like that, I let it out here.
that was me making Lepney. Like I came into D&D completely baby. I had no idea what I was doing, so I became a ditzy, bubbly bitch, and I was just like,
which
super
I love Lepney.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah.
as the cleric of the group, I'm very adverse to you being the tank of the group that you just open doors and run in and like smile at big
I
monsters.
know, but it's so
That
much
shit
fun.
terrifies me. Just be
It's
like,
so
I'm
much
gonna protect you, and you're like, hi, it's a dragon.
It's a dragon.
You gotta
Literally,
pet the
that's literally
frog.
Lepney.
Just like, yep,
Oh.
well,
Always
fuck,
pet
we're
the
dead.
frog.
At least I can heal
Yes.
you guys a little bit.
Right? Yeah. Straight
Um,
up.
So that gets slightly less confusing. Anthony, on every other Monday, our schedules are a little off because of Father's Day,
Yeah.
but every other Monday we run a different campaign with Mr. Iamesius as our DM.
To die.
Mesius.
He's not here.
Edgy.
He the campaign is called Pyrefell, and everyone that's still on screen is well, except for Mo. It fucks me every time. We're all players in that other campaign as well. But since you're talking about it, shoot us a message if you were looking into DMing and you have started games. If you want to try to do it online, we would love to host you. I will go over it. I will help you. I will get you up. We run games for other people. So we throw them up on stream. We go through it. We'll have DMs help or friends help.
And we'd also love to join those games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was the whole purpose that we started this with, was to be basically a network for D&D streamers. We do random other shit because it's fun and we've kind of just jumped into it. But our full intent and purpose in this was to help other people get into D&D and have them join us and have fun. So, if you would like to get a game online, I will go over it with cameras and audio and everything else you need. Shoot us a message, man. We are here to help.
Fuck yeah.
Definitely.
Always happy to host.
Yeah, Witcher Wednesday is not a show of ours. It is hosted by us, but it is a friend of the channel's campaign, and we just stream them. I help him out when he needs stuff. We don't do creative control. They run a completely different program. Everything is their own, but we put them online. Kind of dig on it. I think people are crashing though. JJ's just kind of out.
His thing's going.
We've hit time.
Yeah.
Good time.
All right.
True.
we're hitting time. So
Thank you,
Yeah.
everyone who showed up and stopped by
podcast?
today.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Podcast. Go through the whole thing. On Wednesday, we have Witcher Wednesday with DM TriStar. Check that shit out. It's getting super fucking cool. Coming up later on Friday, I think we're starting Detroit Become Human.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
This Friday, I think we're going to be starting Detroit Become Human. Worst case scenario, if we can't get that set up, we'll be going to back-to-back.
I have it installed.
He already has it installed, so we'll be doing that
The
on
only
Friday.
reason we did Jackbox last week is Wendy wanted to play, and I didn't really
Yeah.
want to. We have fun with
Listen to your wife,
Jackbox.
friends. Always listen to your wife.
Yes, always
And-
listen to the wife.
On respective Thursdays and Saturdays, West Haven and Pyrefell new episodes come out. So this episode will be out this Thursday at approximately, I don't know right now because I have a job, so probably around
Late night.
4:30. I'm gonna try and get it set up to go on Thursday pretty quickly. But then Saturday, for sure, around 12 to 12:30, that shit will be released.
Hold on.
And then that's supposed to be coming out.
1 second, Justin. Good night.
Good night.
Night. Bye bye, friends.
Good night, beautiful girl.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Sleep out sweet dreams. Sorry. And to you, sleep out sweet dreams. I love you all too.
To all of you, friends.
BRB.
Bye, everyone. Oh, I think it's bye.
Yeah, it's
Bye.
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 Yeah, we
Bye.
are heading out. Anthony, shoot me a message. I'm the one that does most of the tech stuff. Fantasy Grounds, we can definitely help you figure out. Roll 20,
It's a
all the stream
process.
stuff. Yeah. Shoot us a message, man. And we will
Gotcha.
definitely move to that. Have a great night, guys. We will see you later.
Bye bye.
Deuces.